Hey cuties, what's up? We're back with some more reactions after dark, and we are of course going to be watching I tracked down the thief who stole $200,000 of Legos, obviously by Reckless Ben. Now, new person to react to today, though disclaimer, this is going to be like the first time I've done something like this. I've already watched this video in its entirety. I haven't watched part 2 though. I have watched this video in its entirety because I saw it show up yesterday, and I was like, it's like, it just intrigued me enough to like have to watch it alone. And I was like, oh my god, I probably shouldn't watch this and like maybe try to react to it. But I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to actually watch something off camera for myself. But I was like, this video is ludicrous, question mark. And I was like, I have to talk about this on the channel if I can. Hopefully I have a lot to talk about as we watch it. But yeah, this video is just nuts. Like, just trust me, right? This video, you're going to appreciate that I am trying to get y'all to watch this, right? I'm assuming everyone is but everyone knows about this at this point. Maybe just because it seems to be taking off, question mark. And it's like this big news that's happening right now. Maybe some of you haven't heard of it, which then now you will. But again, trust me, like, this is the video of all time, question mark. Again, there will be a part 2, so maybe we can do part 2 tomorrow. I have not watched that. That will be first time reaction. If you're just some random person who isn't subscribed showing up to this, wanting a new reaction to this, again, I'm sorry, this is something I've already seen before. Maybe there's some stuff I had missed though when watching it off camera. But again, this is like specifically to try to get my viewers to see this video just because it's so crazy. I might not even speed this up because usually I'd speed it up by like 1.5. It's like 1/4 right now. I might even just turn it back down to 1 since I assume the energy in this video is pretty lively, question mark. So having it sped up isn't going to be great for that. I might even start off at like 1 just to make sure. I mean, we're going to be here for a while, but again, this video is nuts. I'm not even going to talk about like what it's about.
This man spent his life collecting what's now known as the world's largest LEGO Star Wars collection ever.
By the way, these censors here, I think it's just a editing error that they made and they already published the video and whatnot, so they just had to leave them there, right? Because I don't think there's any reason for them to be here. I'm assuming that's just an error on their part for editing because there's no reason for them.
It's estimated to be worth around $200,000. And then the entire thing got stolen. And the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up. But the craziest part is that the collector doesn't even know that his collection's been stolen. Yeah, the collector's son, Brian, well, he reached out to me because he has no clue how to break this news to his dad.
So yeah, like that's the premise, right? We're talking about Legos, but you're like, what do you mean $200,000 of Legos got stolen? Your first initial thought is like, okay, was it like a break-in? Like was it lived-in house that they just happened to have where these Legos are in, and then they broke in and stole everything, or what have you? But like the story is like crazier than that, right? I do have some complaints on their ends though, right? Because they're supposed to be the good guys, right? And they are, but there are some things that they're doing that's like, what's going on there? What's going on here? Like, we'll get into that.
At this point, my father had a health episode. We can't bring any stress to him.
The reason he's reaching out to me is because the police are covering this entire thing up. And at this moment, I promised Brian that I would not end this video until I get his entire world record Star Wars collection back. But anyways, the thief of this collection is actually a corporation called Bricks and Minifigs.
Yeah, again, exactly. Like, you assume like someone, what do you mean stole it? You assume like thieves, like proper, thieves stole it. But no, we're saying a organization stole it, right?
Bricks and Minifigs, the biggest toy store of its kind.
Is the largest toy store.
Bricks and Minifigs were not just...
By the way, I've never heard of this company until today, though apparently there's some big Lego company that just sells Lego stuff and Lego adjacent things, but I think it's just all Legos. Never heard of this place before. Never even seen this place before.
Just your average Lego store.
For collectors, Bricks and Minifigs is basically seen as the best and safest way to sell your Lego collections.
I heard the term like GameStop of Legos.
Selling my Legos. So what I'm planning to do with them is take them to my local Bricks and Minifigs.
Because there's so much positive media about them everywhere, Brian thought that this would be the perfect store to finally sell his dad's Lego Star Wars collection.
So I wrote up a contract.
See, that's where my first is going. Like, why are you selling your father's Lego collection? I don't think they ever address this, because it sounds like, wait, why did you do this? Because I've never said this term before, not to victim blame, right? But why are you selling your father's collection, who is currently not in good health? I'd assume they're selling it to pay for his bad health, right? That's why it's being done. But again, I don't think it's ever addressed in the video, like why he did this.
In the contract, it says that these are still the family's Lego sets, but every time one gets sold,
Yeah, it says, yeah, he's about to explain.
the store gets to keep a small percentage of each sale.
This was a store's worth of inventory. So that store that day was nothing but my dad's collection. Like, all the shelves filled. They had to bring in extra shelves and filled the whole party room with shelves.
But the owner of the franchise, this woman, well, her husband had to actually leave the country due to some work-related reasons.
My husband and I were planning on moving out of the country. I reached out to corporate to let them know, hey, this is something that's coming up in the next like 4 to 5 months.
She told the Bricks and Minifigs head corporation that she was planning on selling the store, so the corporation actually was able to find a buyer to buy it from her.
They let me know that they had somebody who was interested in purchasing a franchise in the area. He was going to be in town and he was going to stop by and just take a look at it. It wasn't until Brandon got there that he informed me that they were terminating my franchise agreement. We were getting threats from Brandon and from corporate that if we didn't leave the store immediately, the police were going to be called. I told corporate I wasn't comfortable leaving that night without the inventory. I was also told I was not going to be able to stay there long enough to do that inventory.
But we don't just have to take this woman's word for it. She was actually able to save all the security camera footage from that night, proving that everything she just said is true.
I wonder where she has the security going to for her to be able to have all that footage, right? Which we'll see in a second. When you first hear that, it almost seems like, okay, she's going to leave town so that she can steal all this stuff and take it with it. But that's not the case, right? Because as you just said, new owners showed up and they're basically get lost, otherwise we're going to call the police and make you trespassed, right? Which is you're permanently not allowed to be there anymore, which is crazy. What do you mean? She's the owner, and since she's going to go have to leave the country, you have someone else show up to try to take it from her, but then they just show up and hey, get lost, otherwise you're screwed. What?
All the footage and evidence is there. In the security cam footage, it's him at the store kicking her out. In that footage they sent us is Crystal asking him, how am I supposed to pay this guy? These are sets he has not been paid for.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
His own corporation is sitting there on video saying they're going to take it.
He's saying that's a business thing. Keep that in mind.
After this woman got kicked out of her own store, she called Brian explaining how corporate just came down and is now trying to take the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection without paying for it. So, Brian called the store to see what was going on.
Also, if it helps, if you hear Legos and you just oh, I don't care, it's just Legos, right? Just see it as $200,000, right? They stole $200,000 and do not want to give $2,000 back, or $2,000 of merchandise, and they're all these jumping through hoops and loopholes and nonsense to not give this family their money with their like incredibly old and sick dad that they need to take care of.
The store, and I said, what happened to Crystal? And he goes, well, that's kind of a private matter, but the corporation's taken over the store. There's something I can do to help you with. I said, well, yeah, I am the owner of about half your store's inventory. All those vintage Star Wars sets you have in there are ours. And he goes, I don't know anything about that. I said, well, you better get to learn about it, because I have a contract, I have photo evidence, video evidence, like that is our collection. So I went down to the store, brought a copy of the contract. We're like, you need to let me in back and let me see the sets that you still have. All you have to do is let me in back. We can go that route or we can go to court. And the guy just looks at me, crosses his arms and goes, let me tell you what's gonna happen. If we go to court, we're gonna drag this thing out so long, and you're gonna end up spending so much more money than your collection is ever worth or what you ever would have gotten out of it, that it ain't worth it, man. So if that's the route you wanna go, and I go, that's really the route you wanna go, rather than just letting me walk in there, and he goes, no.
Isn't that just like some sort of like villain, like movie villain nonsense, right? Again, this story is ludicrous. The steps that Ben takes in this video are ludicrous. On top of that, I mean, the guy's name is Reckless Ben. It seems like this is just the kind of stuff he does, which you don't even know what he does yet, but you'll see, and then it'll make his name make sense.
Dang. What am I to do at that point?
Bricks and Minifigs knows that this family, especially with the father's health, doesn't have the resources to take them to court, and almost mockingly, they've since flooded all of their social media with tons of pictures of Star Wars Legos. At this point, it's
specifically his stuff, right? I wonder, this is not something that was like brought up when I first watched it. I'm wondering if they knew that this specific store had this inventory, and they knew that it had $200,000 worth of Legos. They must have, right? And they're just waiting for any chance to get the loophole to be like, okay, we got to swoop in, get this merchandise. It's a free $200,000. That'll be ours. Like, we'll just screw this guy and this family out of the money. Like, there's nothing they can do. We're a company. We can bury them if they try to take us to court. Like, we just get free money, just free money machine, right? They must have known that ahead of time. This might have been super premeditated, right? Not just like, oh, they show up and like, wait a minute, the store has $200,000 of stock, like worth of stock in it. We gotta make sure that we obtain this, right? They might even have thought of this way ahead of time. We're just waiting for a reason to swoop in and steal it.
It seems like they're just rubbing it in this family's face that they stole the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection in the world, and they got away with it.
Everybody is absolutely baffled. How the hell can a corporation get away with doing this?
Oh, like, isn't that just not necessarily normal, but don't they get away with like a lot of bad stuff all the time? Like, who's going to do anything to stop them, right? Also, I think it is annoying that the censors here are just like randomly there. They messed up their editing so bad. It's crazy to mess up editing so bad on such a like viral video, because this is what, like 3 million views as of May 21st.
Yeah.
An awkward pause.
Why are the cops not helping?
But luckily for Brian, a YouTuber ended up catching wind of this story and created a team of YouTubers to do whatever they could to get Brian his Legos back.
I don't know if there's someone behind that censor bar. So like, what, 3, 6, 7, 8. So 8 YouTubers are like, hey, let's try to help this guy out.
This is the full inventory of all the sets and minifigs.
That's 8 over there, yeah.
We can figure out how to get this guy his money and his stuff back.
But right after they started, they instantly stopped working on this case. So I called one of them to find out why.
So they were threatening legal action against us. You know, Bricks and Minifigs, which is a pretty big company who probably has way more resources than we can, really put up a fight against.
Because like 8 people just don't have 8 YouTubers don't have the money to fight big corpo.
Minifigs knows that they can just bully anyone that tries to expose them with frivolous lawsuits. And this left Brian feeling pretty hopeless.
It eats me alive. I've been I had terrible anxiety attacks over it, got put on medication. I just kind of was like, okay, I just have to let these freaking things go right now.
You have to never tell your dad, right? Because, I mean, it's his collection, but he's like dying in a hospital somewhere, right? And these Legos were, I'm assuming, were being sold to pay for said hospital. But obviously telling him that is just going to make things worse, right? So it just has to be a secret that he just passes on without ever knowing. It's like, oh yeah, the Legos are fine, right? They can't let him know that evil Corpo stole them. I'm hoping that, well, that's a bit much. I was going to say I'm hoping that Bricks and Minifigs or whatever just goes out of business because of this, but I don't know if that's a bit harsh. Because it's not necessarily the entire company, perhaps. I don't know if it's the whole company or just this little section of it. Or how many places have Bricks and Minifigs. Maybe it's only in this location and not all over the world, which is why I never heard of it before, right? Maybe it's only in... I forget what it is. It starts with an O. I don't know if this is Ohio or Oregon. I think it's Oregon.
Because it didn't seem like I have any path to go, you know?
Well, I guess now it's time for me to get involved. So immediately I went to my car, picked up some friends, and started driving 16 hours to this Bricks and Minifigs store. And I will do literally whatever it takes. Even if I have to take down the entire police force, I will stop at nothing until this family gets their entire LEGO Star Wars collection back. And now 16 hours later, we're finally pulling up to the Bricks and Minifigs store.
Yeah, this guy lives on like not necessarily the other side of America, but he is pretty far away. Like he's going multiple states over to go help this guy out.
So I started a pair of spy camera glasses. That's what I'm gonna use to film this. And honestly, I kind of just want to hear Bricks and Minifigs side of the story.
Hi, how's it going?
Now this is like just watch this.
Film this. And honestly, I kind of just want to hear Bricks and Minifigs side of the story.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
It's pretty good. So basically my friend said that you guys have some of his Legos, I think, and he told me to come here and see if I could pick them up.
Who's your friend?
I think they're Brian's Legos. It's like a big Star Wars collection set, I think.
You could go ahead and leave now.
Like immediately, she's like, get lost. Like not even trying to entertain it, just like, bye, leave.
Really?
So you could go ahead and leave now, or I will call the police for arrest.
Immediately, she's like, police are coming. You're harassing. Like, what are you talking about? It's instant aggression is just crazy. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, why are you acting like this unless you know something bad's happening and you have to just fight tooth and nail against it, right?
Well, I'm not harassing you.
No, you are. Hi. You want to watch the cameras? I'm being harassed. Watch the cameras.
I think she's calling, like, the owner. I mean, she's the manager, I think. She's calling like the owner or whoever. I don't know like why she's like so scared. Like, watch the cameras. Like, what's going to happen? Like, nothing's going to happen.
I am being harassed. You need to leave.
Literally, all I did was just bring up that my friend had some Legos in their store, and the manager started freaking out on me. But I wasn't going to leave the store without hearing her side of the story. Before showing up, I printed out a copy of the contract the store made with Brian, saying that all of these LEGO sets will remain his until sold. Because I have a contract, legal reason to be here, legally this does not count as harassment. Instead, the manager should be checking the store's inventory to see if these sets are still in their store.
Well, so here's still all of the LEGO sets you guys still have.
I don't have anything.
Also, like maybe that's not correct because I had heard that he isn't a legal team representing the owner of the Legos, so it still can maybe be counted as harassment, despite him having this contract, because it's not a contract for him, it's a contract for the owner of the Legos and then possibly his legal team, right? He is not his legal team, so he can't really say it's not harassment. It still might be harassment, but like she's overreacting. But that's because they're just like no good, right? They're evil.
To do with that, and I don't want that.
You can go ahead and leave, and I'm going to ask you one more time. This is the last time. I do not want that. You're not handing me anything.
I tried for a long time just to get her to look at this contract, but finally she gave me an answer of why she can't help me.
You're supposed to be getting a hold of corporate.
Basically what the manager's saying is that if someone did steal the Legos, it wasn't her, it was corporate. But little does the manager know, I already did this. Yep, I literally went to the corporate Bricks and Minifigs headquarters.
How's it going?
And this was corporate side of the story.
You have to talk to the store owner. Yeah, like they're all locally owned and operated, and we can't do anything with it here. Their decisions are their decisions, for sure.
So when they say go to corporate, how do we respond next time?
I have no idea. You have to take it up with them. It's your thing with them. It's the.
I don't know if all companies are like this. It's just like, you know, you go to the business and it's go to corporate. You go to corporate, it's a business thing. So they just run you around in circles and there's like nothing you can do about it. Like, how is that legal, right? To be like, hey, go to corporate, go to corporate. Go to business, hey, go to corporate, and just go around in circles like that forever.
It doesn't involve us.
So I showed the manager what corporate Bricks and Minifigs said.
When corporate tells me this, I'm supposed to come back to the store, right? And so it kind of seems like you're going against what corporate's saying.
That's fine.
No, this is what corporate told us.
I'm happy that's what corporate told you. For the last time, I'm asking you to leave the store.
Can you give me a reason to leave, I guess?
Have you guys heard me ask you several times?
I don't know about you guys, but to me, it kind of seems like the only reason she's asking me to leave the store is to cover up this $200,000 theft.
You need to leave. How many times have you been asked to leave?
Was there a reason you're asking me to leave?
You need to leave. I've asked you to leave. You need to. And I've asked you how many times to leave. I've been asking to leave.
Eventually, the owner of the store called in and asked if he could talk to me.
Are you the owner of the Bricks and Minifigs store?
Yeah, why? What you got?
So basically, I just wanted to get some of the Legos back that you guys still have. I think I'm looking for the clone turbo tank.
Here's kind of like some of my issues that start with Ben, right? Because like, why are you just listing off like hundreds and hundreds of Legos to this man? Like, the way he talks to people sometimes is not great. That you might see sometimes in this video, like especially like here, where he's just going around in circles with them, just like we we're saying, like with the corporate and what you call it. Ben himself also goes around in circles and just keeps repeating himself over and over and over and over and over again, which doesn't get anyone anywhere, right? So I think that's like not a great look for him in the video, and this might happen a few times, even though like this company and what they are doing is potentially evil. Ben is looking not that great when talking, because it makes him look not dumb, but he just repeats himself or says stuff that's like, why did you say that?
Why do you think you would be entitled to our inventory?
Well, at least I confirmed the Legos are still here. The only thing is the owner's claiming that he's the owner of these Lego sets. I mean, it's pretty stupid of him to say that, considering I'm literally holding a copy of a contract he made with the store that said that this Lego Star Wars collection is not the store's property, it's the family's property. The contract makes all of this very clear, so I want to give him one more chance to answer a little bit better.
Well, I just want to get it back to my friend. He said he couldn't get it back, so I was just wondering if I could just come pick him up. You guys don't have him, right?
Bro, why do you think your friend would be entitled to our inventory?
What's his? He owns the Legos.
Huh? He doesn't own the Legos.
Well, yeah, we have a contract. He does own them.
No, bro, are you an idiot? Are you stupid?
And this guy also is just likes to say stuff like that.
Josh, the police are showing up right now.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, at least the police are here now, so once I show him the contract we're in with the store, we can finally get the Legos back.
Basically, we have, I think it's like $200,000 worth of Lego sets that we just have them in the store, and we just like to pick them up, I guess, because they were going to sell it for us, but I guess they're not selling it for us anymore.
But does it sound like they want you to, right? So they
but they have our sets, though, yeah.
I understand that. Right here, the fact of it is that they don't want you, they're a private-owned store, and they don't want you on the store. Okay.
But I don't want them to keep the Lego sets, though.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
The police officer literally didn't care at all that the store just stole $200,000 worth of Legos.
I don't know, like, if this is normal or not, to be like, because I guess technically it wasn't, Ben who called the police. It was the owners of the store that called, and thus whatever qualms that Ben has isn't the police's current issue. Their current issue is to get rid of Ben permanently. Question mark, that sounds harsh, but get rid of him permanently. And then the theft is just whatever, which is why we're going to say, like, the police seem to be on these people's side, because they just keep defending them, keep being on their side.
For some reason, he made it seem like I was the bad guy.
So you're trespassing here. So
okay.
Trespass for life. So if you come back.
Oh, for life?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I don't know if I've heard of that before, right? Just because it's not something you think about, especially if you hang out with, like, people who are committing crimes, right, trespassed for life. Like, that's something can happen just from showing up for like a few seconds and not really doing anything, just having a conversation or trying to have a conversation and being met with nothing but aggression. You can just be told you're trespassed for life and you'll be arrested for X amount of time if you set foot here again. Like, that's just a thing. Like, I didn't realize it was that easy to get trespassing for life.
If you come back, you could be arrested. Okay.
Oh, so how do I get the Legos back then if I can't go in the store?
Okay, we talked about that. Do you understand the trespass portion? If you come back, you will be arrested.
Yeah, all he cares about is making sure that he knows about the trespassing. He doesn't care about that they stole the things, but Ben isn't using the word stole here. So the police officer sees this as some stupid kid, right? Who is just not listening to the adults around him.
So,
okay. Again, Rob, you come back, we're in the car, and we're gonna arrest you.
Brian did warn me that the police are actively trying to cover this up. So
it's weird is it normal for police to be like bro? Right? To have like language like that?
Brian and I are now officially trespassed from the store, and
I guess it depends on the personality of the cop, but it's just weird to be like bro. Here, cop, be like bro.
The police are actively trying to cover this up. So Brian and I are now officially trespassed from the store, and if we ever come back to ask for his own Lego collection back, then we are going to be arrested.
Is there, I guess, a reason why they're able to just take all the Legos and not give it back, or?
So, we just gotta, like,
I just have to leave?
So he refuses to answer any of that stuff, but again, I think maybe that's correct, because that's not the reason he was called out here. Is to deal with whatever Ben is talking about. It's just to get rid of Ben. Like, his job for this time around was to get rid of Ben. Whatever qualms or issues that Ben has doesn't matter. Like, I don't know, maybe if Ben was like bleeding out or something, maybe they would care, but because he isn't, they just don't care.
Okay. I'm not allowed to be in the parking lot?
No, so this is all private property.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay?
We've been filming for 10 minutes and I'm already trespassed from Bricks and Minifigs, which is like the whole...
Like, do they own the entire like thing? Because aren't there other stores around there? Question mark? I feel like they wouldn't own the entire thing. No?
Okay.
We've been filming for 10 minutes and I'm already trespassed from Bricks and Minifigs, which is like the whole location of the video. So how do I film a video at Bricks and Minifigs now if I can't even legally go back there? So to continue the video without getting arrested, I went back to Bricks and Minifigs corporate offices. And the Bricks and Minifigs CEO,
this guy,
who runs the entire company, Ammon McNeff, he personally came out to talk to us.
So what's going on?
I don't know if this is the guy who was on the phone when they called in the store. I think it was, right? I think this is the guy who picked up on the phone. And like, this guy.
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
Is that a lie?
No.
That's a lie. You did take the Legos.
No. So we have our attorneys have visited. But like again, so who's like
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who's that?
He's a guy who had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Nope. Never happened. No,
I mean, it did happen, yeah. It does happen.
No, we did not.
Yeah, because his Legos were in the store and you guys took them. I know you think lying to us right now is kind of like helping you out.
I'm not lying to you. No.
Well, look, we both know you're lying, but...
No, we don't know that.
So I showed up some social media posts his own company made that are still up that claims that these are Brian Mansell's Lego sets. And these Lego sets that they're still holding on to are worth $200,000. All of these...
Yeah, it's like your social media is literally saying you own this stuff. Or not that they own it, but this is Brian's stuff that is worth this much. Like, y'all yourselves are literally saying this in public.
These are Brian Mansell's Lego sets, and these Lego sets that they're still holding on to are worth $200,000. All of these claims are from his own company. We just caught the CEO of the entire company red-handed in a lie. Yeah, it's crazy to me that even the CEO is in on this cover-up. But anyways, now that we just caught the CEO in this lie, I wanted to let him know that it's gonna be much easier if he just gives us the Legos back now.
If you just want to give it back now, it's gonna be a lot easier for you guys, you know? I think you guys would prefer the easy way. The hard way, I don't think you guys are really gonna like it.
See, this kind of language, it's like, Ben, like, why are you talking like this? I mean, the way he is wording that obviously comes off as hostile. You can't say we could do this the easy way or the hard way, right? You just don't say that and not expect immediate aggression, right? You're basically saying, do what I want or there's a fight, right? It's an ultimatum, right? He's giving him an ultimatum, which is, again, like, sometimes Ben in this video, like, can you talk better sometimes, please? instead of just giving a ultimatum to a CEO or whoever the heck this guy is? Question mark. Yeah, I think again, my problem with this is just that it's potentially causing more problems than there might have not been, right? If he didn't just throw out this movie level ultimatum.
This cover up. But anyways, now that we just caught the CEO in this lie, I wanted to let him know that it's gonna be much easier if he just gives us the Legos back now.
If you just want to give it back now, it's gonna be a lot easier for you guys, you know? I think you guys would prefer the easy way. The hard way, I don't think you guys are really gonna like it.
No, okay.
But we're getting back either way, so it's you can either...
So you can leave. If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way?
So you're threatening me. What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
So catching you guys in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
Okay, you can ask to leave, please leave.
And with that, Bricks and Minifigs has made their decision. I presented them very politely with the easy way, and they said, heck. Well,
Again, Ben, that was an ultimatum that is going to cause conflict. So, but I mean, you won't have a good, quote unquote, good video if you don't cause any sort of conflict, right?
We will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way?
So you're threatening me. What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
I don't know if it's extortion, but it could fall under being threatening, right? So he could be in trouble for that.
So catching you guys in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
Okay, you can ask to leave, please leave.
And with that, Bricks and Minifigs has made their decision. I presented them very politely with the easy way, and they said, heck no. Well, they've only left me one other option, which is the hard way. But now it's pretty much the super hard way because the police are protecting them. If I ever go back to this store, I'm getting arrested.
If you come back, you will be arrested. Okay? You understand that?
So we all regrouped together to rewatch the footage I've gotten so far.
Yeah, it's I feel like people don't really fully believe the police are protecting them because what does the police get out of this, right? Nothing, right? Unless they are entitled to some sort of cut of this $200,000, which I doubt, right? Because how many people are you going to split that with, right? That's probably going to end up not being that much money in the long run. So I don't know what their deal is other than just oh, this guy's a kid. He looks like a kid. He's harassing a big company. He's just being a stupid child, right? And they're not taking him seriously.
There was one thing the manager said that might be a way forward for us.
I have not heard anything from the owners.
Oh.
So you need to leave.
Can I talk to the owners then, or?
Go ahead and call the owners.
Do you have their number?
I'm not giving it to you.
Why won't you give it to me? Because isn't that the logical next step if we're supposed to work with the owner?
I'm just realizing what time this is. This is 2019 when they were doing this. Because how long has it been? How much time? Because this video is long, right? So it was how much time did they spend trying to get these Legos back? And it's potentially 7 years, it seems. 6 years.
Owners then. Right there, right?
I have the Lego sets you guys have, but I don't have the owner's number, no. So, yeah, if you give me if that's what you want me to do, then you can give me the number and I can...
No, I want you to leave.
Basically, she's putting all of the blame on the owner of the store, which is good to find out. The only problem is she's not giving me the owner's number.
Again, just going around in circles.
If you could give me a number, we could call
I'm not giving you anything except for calling the police.
But you told me to call the owners, right?
You're absolutely right, but I've asked you how many times to leave the store.
But you have his number?
I think the person who was on the phone is not the person they just talked to at corporate. The guy with the mustache. He isn't who they're talking about. This is a different guy, now that I'm remembering.
No, I don't have any of their numbers.
Dang.
That's why I was corporate keeps telling me to contact the owners of the store, but with no contact info, so I try to contact the store, and the store hangs up on me and says I'm harassing them.
The manager is really trying to protect the store owner from getting in trouble, so if she's not going to give me his number, I'm just going to have to find it a different way. When she hands me the phone, we might be able to see his name and number. Josh Lego. Well, we found out the owner's name is Josh. However, the number was way too blurry on the spy glasses. No, it's so blurry. So I checked the store's Instagram to see if it follows anyone named Josh, which it doesn't. So I checked their business records, but everything got scrubbed. This owner is really going to any length he can to stay fully anonymous.
I don't know if we ever see what he looks like, question mark, in this video, or who he even is, right?
Watching the footage over and over, my final conclusion is, yeah, the manager sucks. But she's not really the mastermind of this whole thing. She's just protecting the mastermind of this whole thing. because she's brainwashed. Luckily for me, through my YouTube career, I've infiltrated tons of cults, and I've personally experienced some of the most intense and crazy brainwashing in the entire world. Basically,
see, that's like the crazy part, right? You're just watching this video, if you've never heard of this guy before, and it's just like, he's just some dude who's trying to do something crazy, like almost, what's that guy's name? Shirley? But my first thought was Mr. Beast, but for maybe crazy events like this, maybe trying to get stuff that's been stolen, going against corporations, or I guess, or whatnot, I don't know. Like some sort of crazy Mr. Beast in YouTuber or Shirley guy. I don't know if the Shirley is the guy's name. But he's actually just doing this stuff for a while, right? Just going into cults in trying to get in there and figure out what's going on. Like, I haven't watched any of the other videos, but like this drop is just crazy to be like, hey, I've been infiltrating cults on this channel for years. Like, what do you mean that's what you've been doing for years? Like, what? Again, it's just like such a crazy thing to say for a first-time viewer out of nowhere when you just like, oh, we're just some kid who's trying to get this guy's Legos back. It's like, no, this guy's been doing crazy stuff for years.
Basically what I'm trying to say is I'm pretty sure that I could brainwash one of these Bricks and Minifigs employees way harder than any corporate offices could.
Which is a crazy statement.
And yes, that's the plan. Brainwash the Bricks and Minifigs employees to be on my side. Yeah, I'm starting a Lego cult. I mean, a true cult would never actually call themselves a cult. They always disguise themselves as something else. So, yes, I'm actually just starting a regular old Lego club. Yep, that's what we're calling it. My friend Victor is going to be the cult recruiter. I dressed him up to look like a famous YouTuber, so he would look powerful, and the employees here will have to listen to him.
My name's Victor. We're going to Bricks and Minifigs. Let's go. All right, guys, we are heading into the store right now.
He was doing amazing, but we had to make sure that these employees know that Victor is the real deal.
Dude, that's crazy. Hey, let's go. Yo, we got a fan over here. 1, 2, 3. Toys for everyone. Yeah. Real quick pick. Hey, I'll send you that clip later, all right?
Yeah, it's so crazy to be like, to set this all up. To have two of your friends do this, like one be an influencer, one be a random pedestrian pretending to not know who this other guy is. Like, this is like movie level nonsense. I think I probably used that term too many times this video, which I don't think I've ever used in any of these reaction videos, but it's just movie level villainy, and this is like deception and infiltration, like movie level villainy, infiltration, deception, etc. Like, what are you talking about? This is something that's going on in real life that isn't just fake, that isn't all made up, you know, like fact or faked or whatever. Like, I always joke around, like, we made it up, this isn't real, it's fake, etc., etc. Like, this is real and is something that actually happened, question mark.
So far, everything we had set up was working perfectly, but now we have to come up with some type of way to get one of these employees out of the store so we can brainwash them.
Hey, what's going on? So we're filming a quick video. Maybe you and her want to do like some kind of challenge for like $100.
I mean, sure, I'm down for that. I don't want to.
What's happening right now? Do they believe it?
He's doing the challenge. Hell yeah, they're believing the challenge. 3, 2, 1.
Yellow, go, 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 go.
And these employees started their YouTube challenge. And yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward to this part. I'm not gonna torture you guys with all this. All you really need to know is that this girl ended up winning.
High five, sweet. So now I'm gonna call my producer.
It's where they're trying to censor her face there.
How's it going?
And like being horrible at it.
Sweet. So now I'm gonna call my producer.
It's going right now. How's it going? We're partnering with the local Lego club, and we're gonna kind of do like an award ceremony. Like, the Lego club wants to host the award ceremony for you, so yeah. And just like that, she's in. So we traveled deep into the woods and waited for this employee to show up.
Like, what do you mean you just randomly won some sort of like nonsense in a store, and they're like, hey, come deep into the woods and come celebrate with us? Like, what do you, hello? It makes it feel like this is so fake, but it's not fake. People, I guess, are just willing to do that. Like, I feel like there's no way someone, especially a woman, be like, yeah, I'm going to go into the woods with a bunch of guys in the middle of nowhere. And just, yeah, it's completely fine. You know, they get me $100 at the store. They have to be legit, question mark. I was like, I'm not going into the woods with a bunch of people I don't know, question mark. Allegedly deep into the woods. Though, as you'll see, she is kind of dorky, which I'm not using as an insult. That's actually a compliment for me. So it might just be that, like, just dorky, nerdy, gullible, naive. She might be all of those things.
And with that, our new cult member has arrived.
She's a Lego queen!
Yes, she's a Lego queen!
Before you can brainwash someone, they have to be open to it. And most cults achieve this by making the new recruit seem like the most special person in the entire world.
Official best employee of Bricks and Minifigs.
The winner goes to California! Lego queen! 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 Lego queen!
Another thing I've personally seen a lot of cults do is they instantly give new recruits power. If people feel powerful, they're less likely to think that they're the ones that are being manipulated. So,
Is that his full name? I'm just realizing.
oh, we gotta give this girl some power.
Also, her face is no longer censored. Again, it's like they were just trying to cover it up for, I guess, dramatic reasons.
You give me power.
Yes. Yeah, we're giving you power. You're the
Queen says, jump. I feel like I can do anything I want. Step on the Lego griffin.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Beautiful dog pile.
You
Again, it seems weird, seems like it's fake, but like, I don't think this whole thing is, this whole thing is actually happening. So I think, and she's just a weirdo. Again, with all love and respect, I say she's a weirdo. Not derogatory at all. Not being sarcastic. I mean, I'm being serious. Like, I would want to be friends with this girl. Maybe, question mark.
All cults do group rituals to make you feel like one with the group. So now we have to become one with this Bricks and Minifigs employee.
Brick by brick, 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 brick by.
And now the employee is fully brainwashed. Okay, maybe not fully brainwashed, but we definitely did a much better job at brainwashing her than corporate Bricks and Minifigs did. So hopefully now I'm finally safe to bring up these Star Wars Lego sets.
We heard something about like some Star Wars sets.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that, or?
I know some of it. They were gonna reimburse him for everything, and then I think they did, and he's still upset about everything, which I get.
They reimbursed him for everything?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any of his stuff on the shelves.
Really?
Yeah, we don't have any of it.
But just like every other cult member out there, these employees have been told a lie and are now willing to pretty much die to defend this lie. But good thing now she's been brainwashed even harder by our cult, and our cult is now going to give her the freedom to finally be able to think logically about the situation.
So we think they've been lying to you. So these were all the sets in the store, and they're all metadata timestamped.
Wait, we do have these ones.
Yeah, those are all his.
No, some of them I think we do still have.
Yeah, I know you guys do. You showed me one of them when I asked.
Did I?
Yeah.
Wait. I thought the cops called on you?
Yeah, all I did was.
Oh my god. You know what's really funny? After you left, I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested?
Dang.
How do we get them arrested?
Now that we have a Bricks and Minifigs employee on our side,
Like, they are just like trying to get these guys away. They're trying desperately to get away with this 200,000.
it's time to finally complete our mission and get Josh, the owner's number.
Hey, but you have like their numbers and stuff, right?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, did you give me Josh's number? Can I take a picture of it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, now that I have the owner's number, it's time to give him a call.
Hello, this is Josh.
Hello. I'm just calling to get my Legos back.
Before we get into this conversation, I hope that girl is still doing fine, and because she has nothing to do with any of this stuff, right? Like, she's not an enemy, right? I hope she's friends with these guys now, at least.
I think they told me to talk to you about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what Legos?
I think it's the Star Wars set.
Again, this, like, Ben, stop just listing random words. Like, oh, I think it's a Star Wars set. It's this one, and I feel like he's doing it on purpose, though, right? It's not just him not knowing what to say. He's doing it on purpose, almost to cause issue. I don't know.
I have a list. I can kind of pull it up. I was just wondering, like, how we can get them back. Should I, like, if I get your okay, I can just walk in the store and.
I don't know what Legos you're talking about, dude. What are you talking about?
I think one of them's called like the Super Trooper set. I think the.
So again, just like naming one out of like hundreds.
We got, what else is there?
I don't know what you're talking about. Keep going.
You don't?
Since Josh was pretending to not remember any of the Star Wars sets that make up half of his store's inventory, I decided to send him over a picture of the contract his store's in.
What contract is it? I didn't sign a contract. I didn't sign that agreement. I didn't agree to anything in that.
And now I finally understand the legal loophole that Josh is using to get away with this. And it's probably the stupidest loophole I've ever heard in my entire life. Josh is claiming that it's not his name on the contract, it's the previous owner's, which makes no sense because in the security camera footage, he tells the previous owner that he's going to be the one taking over the contract now.
Yeah, this is Josh.
He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment liability.
I guess this is some sort of just contract loophole he's trying to use to steal the world's largest LEGO Star Wars collection.
Yeah, it's just something that just happens normally with companies. Like I was saying early on, was this something that was like premeditated for a while? Like, and they knew if they could just get her out of the store and take it over, the contract would be null and void, ? And thus they could get away with $200,000. And is this just something you can do over and over and over again forever? Just an infinite money glitch? ?
In order for me to be under contract, I have to sign something.
Or you had to take it over from the previous owner, right?
Nope, that's not how the law works.
Except he said it was, so now he's just like contradicting himself.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
So
if that's how the law works, then sue me for it.
You don't just want to give the Legos back? Like,
Sue me! Let's go to court! I'm calling the police right now, and you guys are going to be arrested for harassment.
Also, how does everyone know what harassment is? Like, if I was at a store, and maybe it's just something you know working at stores like that, it's just if someone comes in and you don't like them, you could just say, I'm calling the police for harassment. You're going to be arrested for harassment. Because I don't think the word harassment would have ever even come to mind in any of these scenarios, right? Or at least like I'm going to call the cops for harassment would have never crossed my mind. So I don't know, like why do they all just know to be like harassment? Like just spamming harassment over and over again.
do you feel threatened right now?
Yeah.
I was surprised at how much the owner wanted us to sue him. He wants this because Brian already tried to sue him, and it didn't work.
We've been to a couple attorneys, and they basically spelled it out, saying, here's the path that's going to happen if you go down each of these routes. They're now
Yeah, they're going to bleed you dry until you can't fight back.
in Spain, so we're getting into that whole international thing just to have an injunction on the store to have them go back and prove what they sold and not. That's like $60,000 to $70,000.
Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs knows that Brian and his dad don't have nearly enough resources to sue a company as big as Bricks and Minifigs.
He's like, we're going to keep these. You're going to walk away from this. You're not coming back. And if you choose to sue us, we will drag this out in court till it is well past what this collection is worth.
That scene is actually way farther in the timeline. Because that moment comes up later when like a lot of this stuff has already gone by. I mean, stuff like this just obviously reminds you of the Power World / Nintendo stuff, right? Nintendo suing Power World for was the mechanic of catching things in a 3D environment, I think, is what they tried to get them on. And of course, you would assume that Nintendo isn't going to win. And I think, I don't know if it was in America or Japan, if their patent got actually thrown out the window after the lawsuit, like deep into the lawsuit, either America or Japan, I don't know which one, was like, you know what, this patent is not acceptable, so we're going to get rid of it. So you'd assume Nintendo's strategy is just to draw them out forever, because Nintendo has billions and billions and billions locked away that they don't use, right? They just hoard that money and then don't use it. So they have billions to just destroy you if they so choose to. ? I don't know if they even would use the billions for something like this, but I feel like if they were like, oh, we need to erase Power World / I forgot who the company is that makes it, off the planet, that we're going to have to dip into our vaulted billions to do it. Like, I wouldn't assume they wouldn't do that, because no matter how many millions of dollars that Power World made, because that was a hit when it came out, they probably made many, many millions. They're not going to be able to fight the billions that Nintendo has if Nintendo tries to draw this out for years and years and years. They could just draw it out forever, and Power World would just be bled dry until it's over, right? Even if it seems like they've lost horrendously over the past few years of however long this lawsuit's going, if they are able to just keep going and going and going, then Power World will eventually lose just because they run out of money, which is unfortunate, right? If you have two entities fighting against each other, even if the one on the left will say is right and the one on the right is wrong, the one on the left will lose if the one on the right has disproportionate amount of money compared to them. Is that a good way of saying it? You know, if left has millions, the right has billions, the billions will win no matter what, even if the left is 100% in the right. Right? Question mark?
So let's lay out the puzzle pieces really quick. If Brian and his dad sue Bricks and Minifigs, it's gonna ruin their lives. And by the way, this Bricks and Minifigs company has been treating this family. I only think it's fair if they're the ones that get their lives ruined. In order to make things right, it looks like we gotta do this. Now,
yeah, they have to try to make Bricks sue them.
Bricks and Minifigs has their life ruined, and you can see Brian and us, we are the ones now doing the illegal activity. So I told my group the plan. We have to do something illegal.
Oh, you said you didn't want to do anything illegal.
Right. Well, but the thing is, they're getting screwed because of it, because they would have to upfront the cost, and they have to take us to court. And
I'm down for the illegal stuff.
And the group is in. So now it's time to do an illegal business move against Bricks and Minifigs. Let's just hope that they take the bait and sue us.
What I was thinking is, what's the easiest way to get them to sue us? We steal their name.
That's good. Oh, man.
Yeah, like the ideas that this guy comes up with are, you would never think of them in a million years.
Perfect. First, I went to Google Maps and took a screenshot of the sign outside their store. I got rid of their tagline because it's boring, and I changed it to "We steal from old people." And now the tagline's actually accurate. Also added a cute little company logo. And this is my plan of how I'm gonna make it into court with Bricks and Minifigs for free. Once we're in court, we can finally hold Bricks and Minifigs accountable for stealing the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection. And of course, they're also gonna try and get me in trouble, but this is where I'm gonna make my grand reveal. You see, this entire time, my company name was actually called We Steal From Old People. Yeah, the words Bricks and Minifigs, that's just the company tagline.
Get like, who thinks of this stuff? Though it might just be from his experience doing all this other crazy cult nonsense.
In America, there's no specific law that says whether the tagline has to be above or beneath the company name, so I'm just allowed to do this.
So people are just assuming that the name is Bricks and Minifigs, but that's really just the tagline of our company, and our company name is actually We Steal From Old People.
Yeah.
And now, because I'm actually not stealing their name, it's gonna be so easy for me to win this court case, and Brian's gonna get his entire Star Wars Lego collection back. All while Bricks and Minifigs pays for all the legal fees. So I registered We Steal From Old People as an official Oregon company. And now that my company's legally approved, I made
Yeah, like, where does he get the resources and money to do this? Unless you don't need money and resources to do this.
a website, and you can visit us at www.westealfromoldpeople.com. You can help support us by buying some of our We Steal From Old People merch, or give us a call. But as you can see, we have great reviews. And so now to promote this website, I'm going to put my company logo directly over top of the Bricks and Minifigs company logo. So I asked ChatGPT what the dimensions of this billboard is. Sick. I'm making my logo the exact same dimensions.
Yes, dude! Oh my god, it looks exactly the same.
This is where we started to realize we are taking this way further than just a bad business practice. I'm pretty sure putting my logo over their logo is actually criminally illegal. But luckily for us though, if we go back to the beginning of the video, Bricks and Minifigs actually gave us a solution of how any company pretty
What is it called? I took down the most evil store in the world, is what he has it named right now.
much can get away with this.
You have to talk to the store owner. Yeah, like they're all locally owned and operated. We can't do anything with it here. Their decisions are their decisions. For sure.
So when they say go to corporate, how do we respond next time?
I have no idea.
Also, why are their faces not censored here? Yeah? Like the censor, whoever was working on the censorship in this video did a horrendous job, because now we can see these guys' faces, and we were able to see the girl face if you were trying to censor that the entire time. So now you're probably in trouble by the law for that, for showing their faces.
You have to take it up with them. It's your thing with them.
So basically, if you put all the blame on your lower franchises, you're safe. So I registered 5 franchises under my We Steal From Old People company.
Who wants to be the owner of the first company?
Ooh, I want to be an owner.
Congratulations, you're a franchise owner! If you choose to put a bunch of banners on their store, I can't get in trouble for anything.
Yeah, every one of my friends is now a legal franchise owner of We Steal From Old People.
Now we just have like a silly B-roll here.
Each of my franchise owners is allowed to make their own decisions of how they want to run the company. And what they've decided is that they're getting 2 pumpkins, and they're going to use these pumpkins to support this tarp, and they're going to climb up the Bricks and Minifigs building, and they're going to hang our logo over top of their logo.
I'm just like realizing this on the second watch that he's just saying his like the people below him. You see, they have the stupid stuff on here, so even if you watch the video, you don't know who is actively doing this, so you don't know who to go after. Legally speaking, right? Even if they somehow figure out how to get around this circle of go to corporate, well, it's not our decision, it's the lower businesses take it up with them, and then the other businesses just cycle around each other forever, right? So now you don't know who it is. I mean, unless the, no offense, if the black guy was there, you'd always say, okay, the black guy is one of them, but I'm assuming they specifically did not choose him for this. They should have, like, thought that through. Because you'd be, okay, there's only one of you out of the rest of you that are that color, so I'm assuming they didn't use him for this.
I basically just sit down here and, yeah, have my franchise owner do everything for me. And we did it. And the sign is way too small. What the heck?
So it's like, that's supposed to be 10 feet across, so it's like 20 feet? Is that really 20 feet? A 20-foot sign? If not, slightly further? It's like 20 by... It's supposed to be 3 feet from what the thing said. So 3, 4, 5... So 20 by 5?
Heck, ChatGPT. Yeah, I miscalculated the size. So, sorry, guys. It'll work for now, so we're still going on with the plan. 2, 1, let's go. We're setting up a Bricks and Minifigs We Steal From Old People company booth right outside of their entrance. If anyone wants to walk into the Bricks and Minifigs store, they have to get through me and my merch. And I have all of the court papers already filled out if they want to sue me. Hopefully they take the bait. What up? You want to buy some merch? Yeah. What's this? Yeah, we also got some We Steal From People barf bags because honestly what they're doing in this store is so gross, it's probably going to make all the customers throw up. Do you have an XL? Large. Well, we stopped the customer from going into Bricks and Minifigs, and he left with our merch.
I wonder why I guess the wind might have blown the sign that they put up backwards, right? Because it's still up there, but it's like not obscuring the sign anymore. So I doubt anyone went up there and moved it, right? Because they would have just removed the entire thing.
It's going pretty good, and I was stopping a lot of customers from entering the actual Bricks and Minifigs store. Okay. Yeah, I might just be out here all day. This is going very well. It was almost going too well. It's basically the end of the day now. They haven't really seen me because these windows are tinted, I guess. In order to get the store's attention, my friend Jay is going to walk into the store just pretending to be a normal customer and ask what's going on.
Is this the main store or is it the one that's out front?
Wait, like, is this the main entrance?
Yeah. No. I'm saying like the counters. There's two. There's one here and then one outside.
No, there's a guy selling stuff out front. I don't know what he's selling.
Wait, what? What?
Hello, you want to buy a shirt? What?
You can't be out here doing this.
If you want to buy one, I'll give you 50% off if you want.
No, you cannot be out here doing this.
Why not?
Were you the guy that was just trespassed out of here? It's the guy that was out there. It was the guy that was just trespassed.
What? What's it?
Yes.
She's calling the cops right now.
The police are here. This is a problem. The police told me yesterday that if I ever come back to this store in my lifetime, I'm getting arrested.
If you come back, you will be arrested. Okay? You understand that?
And as you can see, they still haven't sued me. I can't just give up on the plan before being sued, so I did a switcheroo with this guy. He's wearing my exact same clothes, and his legal name is also Ben. And once the
Like, why do you just have a friend that's also named Ben? Question mark. You just happen to have that? Like, is that on purpose? Or did you just become friends with this guy who's named Ben for situations like this, for your channel where you do weird stuff like this all the time? Where you got to infiltrate businesses and cults and whatnot?
the police find out that they caught the wrong Ben, I'm gonna be super far away. Oh, it's so cold. Okay, I couldn't get that far away. The water was freezing, but I think I got far away enough at least. But anyways, back to the store. The police instantly tried removing our booth because us stealing their name is very illegal. But if we want to get away with this crime, all we have to do is copy bricks and minifigs. We have to put all of the blame on an anonymous corporate person, and then when they ask who corporate is, we just don't tell them.
Police wanted to speak to corporate.
Oh, hello, this is corporate. We steal from old people. How's it going?
You do what?
Well, the corporation's called We Steal From Old People. And our tagline is bricks and minifigs. We're a legitimate business, so yeah. What?
Who am I talking to?
This is corporate.
I know it's corporate, but who are you, corporate?
Corporate, we steal from old people.
Like, this part is acceptable, right? Because he obviously is trying to run around in circles on purpose to, like, be annoying. To, like, stop them from getting them in trouble. I should have prefaced this at the beginning that this video would be, like, frustrating, too. Like, this is good frustrating, but then Bricks and Minifigs, the CEO, Josh, the manager lady, they're all like incredibly frustrating and annoying. So this might be rough to watch for some people. It was kind of rough for me to watch the first time around because I actually had to like stop watching it towards the beginning. That was like, oh, maybe I should watch this on like fully as a reaction instead. Just because it's like so cringe is the problem. It's like really cringe to watch in some spots. But watching it a second time is actually not that bad because I've already seen it, right? But for first-time viewers, this might be a really cringe video to see.
No, I know who you are. I mean, who are you as a person?
Oh, I'm just the owner that runs it.
Who am I talking here?
This is the owner of We Steal From Old People. It kind of seems like a civil matter, doesn't it? Like, we have the plaintiff's claim if they want to...
Here's the situation. Do you really want to get go round and round?
And now, Bricks and Minifigs finally gets a taste of their own medicine. They're now in a situation the police can't help them with. The only way this will ever end is if they sue us. So I went back to the Bricks and Minifigs corporate offices to see if the CEO of this company would sue me.
Going about things the way that you continue to do this is not the right way. Do you understand that?
So what's the right way then?
Do you understand?
Yeah.
That like the harassment style that you have conducted and like.
Using the word harassment, I mean, at this point, you can argue that it is harassment, but the fact that it immediately, from like without not even a minute passing, they're like, you're harassing. You know, the woman, the manager of the store, she, like before they could even get like a minute of conversation, she's like, harassment, I'm calling the police, right? Just screaming harassment. And I think, again, the fact that this guy might be in his 20s, I don't know if he's like his 30s, he's constantly talked down to, because this guy's obviously talking to him as if he's a child who needs discipline, right? That's how this guy is talking to Ben right now. He'll do that later as well. Or I don't know if this guy will do it, specifically Josh will too, I think.
Bragging to people that you've vandalized the store and
they made that up.
done other things along those lines. That's not the right way of
Well, I never vandalized the store, but...
people have told us that you have.
I mean, whatever, like, my, like, franchises do, like, underneath me, I guess that's, like, I can't really control them, I'm just corporate, I guess.
Are you a registered franchise?
Yeah,
You guys have FDDs and everything else?
Yeah.
What states are you registered in?
Oregon.
You're a registered franchise, so...
Yeah, I'm actually a franchise owner of the franchise, too.
The CEO of this company knows pretty much better than anyone that he can't get us in trouble for what we're doing, because we can always just keep passing the blame onto our lower franchises. We're just doing the exact same thing he's doing.
Brick by brick! Brick by brick!
In that it's just like chef's kiss, right? He's like defeated, possibly partially defeated, just like, okay.
Brick by brick! Brick by brick!
But, yeah, it's like a legal organization. We have, like, legal franchises and everything. It's 100% by the books, and, yeah.
Awkward.
I get what you're doing. I appreciate that you think you're being very clever, and that you think that you do all sorts of fun stuff this way, but it's like, you have no business being here. So.
Well, we do have business. We have, like, you guys have a bunch of our Legos.
Well, if Bricks and Minifigs is not going to sue me, then I guess we have to settle this outside of court, which is going to be hard. Because right now, Bricks and Minifigs has somehow convinced the police that they aren't criminals, they just participated in a bad business deal. I mean, Josh has literally already exposed their entire plan to me of how they're planning on getting away with this.
I feel bad for him. That agreement is not criminal. That agreement is now civil. So it's a civil matter, it's not criminal. And I have extensive legal knowledge.
Yeah, basically a civil crime is just the legal way of saying a business deal gone bad.
I don't know how true that is. I'm guessing it is, since that's what they're trying to pass it off as, is a civil issue, and that's what they're trying to say now, is that that's why the police will not help, because the police are not here to deal with civil issues.
Which, if this truly was just a business deal gone wrong, you would have to settle this through the court. The police aren't able to do anything. We have the police to solve criminal crimes, such as stealing from a lottery. That's a criminal crime that the police would have to investigate. So, here's the plan.
What if we do a lottery?
Yes. First, Brian donates one of his sets to a lottery, someone wins the lottery, and then if Bricks and Minifigs keeps the prize for themselves instead of giving it to the winner, they have now just stolen from a lottery.
Now it's not a business deal gone bad. They're actually interfering with a state-regulated lottery scheme, which is now a criminal offense that the police would have to investigate.
That's a good idea. That's interesting.
It turns out this is completely legal for us to do.
It's really crazy that the main guy here is so on board with everything, right? Because it doesn't really matter, right? He just has to let them do whatever and just hope that it comes out on top, because he does need to be careful not to get himself in too much trouble, right? Because he's already under like 8,000 pounds of stress, right? So just a hope that Ben can get things done without it being too crazy. Now this, again, Reckless Ben is his name. Like, who would ever think of some sort of scheme like this in 1,000 years? Quickly, in no quick succession on top of that, the first scheme, now the scheme. I don't like this one too much because it hurts an innocent family, ? But it actually isn't that bad. Like, you'll see what I mean.
You own the Legos, correct?
Technically, we own all of those.
Yeah, and by hurt an innocent family, I mean, like, if they do this raffle or this lottery or whatever they're trying to do, right? If they try to do a lottery, they anoint someone a winner, and then they try to, because he's raffling off his Lego set, they go to the store to try to get this set. If they go there and the people are like, screw you, you get nothing, that's like obviously really cringe. And if there's a child involved, if there is a child involved, it's even worse. Right, because now this child is like, oh, I won something. They're elated, right? And now they go to the store. Now they're going to be incredibly disappointed. They might even be sad. Who knows if they'd even cry at this? Right? You just cause trauma for this child, like short-term trauma, but still.
Yeah. So it would be legal for you to auction your Legos off, right? If you still are the owners, right?
So that's what I mean. Like, it's just they're using people to try to get what they want, and it might be harming them in the process. Though it is not as bad as it might seem. Eventually, it's just when you first hear this, it's like, okay, this is kind of messed up on your part. I know you're just trying anything, but it is kind of messed up.
Technically, we own all of those.
Yeah. So it would be legal for you to auction your Legos off, right? If you still are the owners, right?
Yeah.
To make sure everything was legally legit, I registered for a gambling license, which, yeah, it actually takes a long time to get one of these, which sucks. But on the DOJ website, it says that if you're a nonprofit or a religion, you actually don't need a license. It'd be cool to use my new We Steal From Old People company, but I already made my first $1 when I was selling stuff outside the Bricks and Minifigs store. And then I used that money to buy food from a robot. But luckily for me, I'm already the leader of a religion called Scientology Sucks.
Again, it's like, what do you mean you already have a religion because of all the other nonsense you've been doing on their channel? Like, what do you mean you own a religion? What do you mean you now own a business? You own a business that has other businesses underneath it, all this other stuff, XYZ, yada yada yada. Like, who are you, Ben?
Officially approved in California, which is another problem. I guess technically I need to register in Oregon for this to work. So registered for an Oregon PO box, which costs $35. I used it for this Oregon Okay, I'm pretty sure I lost everyone, but all you need to know is that I put a lot of work into making sure that this is a legal, legit raffle. That means that if Bricks and Minifigs decide to steal from this raffle, they have now committed a criminal crime, which the police are required to investigate.
I want everyone's attention. We're doing a Lego raffle. This Lego.
I wonder where they got the little Lego like hands and head. I don't know if they 3D printed it or if it was just something you just buy at a store.
set is worth $1,000.
Pretty much instantly, we were a hit, and everyone wanted to win this Lego set. But there's a problem. Under ORS 167.117, each participant must pay something of value in order for this to be considered an official lottery.
Again, and the loophole that he does here is just, who are these guys? How do they know all this nonsense?
We have to charge lots of people money just to maybe be the next victim of Bricks and Minifigs. But we have to charge them money, and if we don't, then it'll actually disqualify our lottery, and the plan we came up with to get the Legos back won't work. But then we realized, wait, we're filming this entire event. We can just give each person $1 as their appearance release fee.
$1 for being on camera, there you go.
So now when they buy a $1 ticket, the transaction cancels out, and each person lost $0.
You get $1 for being on camera, and then the raffle is $1 though, so would you like to pay $1 for the raffle? Okay, awesome. So here's your ticket. So what's your business?
What's our business? Yeah. We're with the Church of Scientology Sucks.
Yep.
Finally, it was time to pick our winner.
We are about to see who the winner is right now. We have the winning ticket right here. 5, 3, 3, 9, 7, 7.
Is that mine?
Hey! You won! Yeah, are you the winner?
Well, this family legally won this prize.
So yeah, again, like, we actually have a family and little children involved, which is why I'm saying this is kind of like bordering on unethical. Question mark. You'd argue that any of their tactics are unethical, but like, this one's like pretty unethical. Question mark, right? Because we actually have children involved. Manipulation? Question mark of children. I don't think this is manipulation of children, or just like using children to your advantage. I don't know what this would be called.
Now, if Bricks and Minifigs doesn't give it to them, they're committing a criminal crime, which could land them in jail.
The Lego set is in a place called Bricks and Minifigs. It's like right down the street, and we can pick it up.
We drove to the store as fast as we could. We met up with the family and went inside to help them claim their prize.
I'm here to give these people their prize of a Stormtrooper speeder set.
Again, it's so uncomfortable to just be doing this kind of stuff in public.
These people.
My sister. He won. From who?
I'm conducting this raffle, and you guys have the prize here.
I don't know anything about that.
To inform Amanda of the business deal her store is in, we showed her all of the raffle paperwork and the family who won this Lego set.
I'm not giving out anything.
Like, I can't leave without it.
Yeah, you can. You can have a good day.
Amanda has just made it very clear. Instead of giving this family the Lego set they legally won, her company is going to steal it.
I feel like it's like very cruel to subject these children to this, if they're even still in the store right now as she's saying all this stuff.
You're stealing $1,000 from a little girl.
Yep.
Stealing money from a kid, do you find that evil at all, or you just, that's just...
I call them cops again? I think you want to call them the cops again, right? Like, that's just their go-to, right? Is you're harassing, call the cops. Also, is that time correct down there to the 2019 still? 2019 is such a long time ago, like, Jesus Christ.
Doesn't still look...
It says 2018, like 11:03. There's no way we're still in November, because I'm pretty sure it said in November last time, unless they've just been doing this like rapid fire back to back to back. Like, really? Like that quickly?
Amanda now has to cover up this crime her store committed. So she thought the best way to do this was to kick everyone out of the store.
That guy is not supposed to be here. You have a good day.
Wait, she's not gonna give him a prize?
But good thing for us, this isn't a civil crime anymore. Amanda just stole from a lottery. Now that they have officially committed a criminal crime, it's time to get the police involved.
This company just stole the prize from our lottery.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they were going to call the police. Now he calls the police now, so they should be on his side. Question mark.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And now the police are here. But for some reason, I think they thought that I was the criminal.
Is this typically how you treat victims if they get their prize stolen, or?
Do you have ID or anything on you?
No.
What's your date of birth?
Wait, why didn't you have your ID, Ben?
12/30/1995. Did we commit a crime?
I'm trying to figure that.
1995. Like, how old is he? He is maybe late 20s, actually. Wait, 95? Do I have to like count backwards? Well, I guess like add 26, and then I didn't see what his birthday was. We'll just say 26, and then the other 4, because he was born in 95, so like 4 years on top of that. So yeah, like 29. Maybe he's 30. Like that might be pushing it, but like late 20s at least. I'm not really trying to do the math, so if you're like, oh, why are you so dumb? It's like, no, I'm literally trying my hardest not to do the math of how old he is.
The police were very confused on who the actual criminals in this situation were. So we explained everything to them.
I'm supposed to be getting this prize from here.
So he's not as young as he looks.
And they're not going to give it to me?
But the police don't just have to take our word for it. I'm carrying all of the legal raffle paperwork, plus
Yeah, because of course he is.
the Oregon law book that
And of course he has that too.
specifically states this is a criminal crime the police are required to investigate.
Oh, we have all the paperwork here. Stealing from a DOJ-approved raffling scheme is a criminal offense which the police have to investigate.
Now that the police
That's true.
the law, they actually agree that a crime has been committed. They're now finally going to do a police investigation on this Lego theft. The investigators started by taking some notes.
They're selling stuff because they're thieves that stole stuff. It's a raffle?
Yes.
Okay. And we need to investigate some sort of raffle thievery.
Well, he started taking notes until another police officer came and whispered in his ear.
Yeah, and it's like, well, here's like you need to get the body cams for this, right? How can they try to get body cam footage of this? But would it haven't even been able to hear him whispering like that?
I don't know what he said to him, but whatever it was, it made them all completely change their attitudes.
You're trespassing the property for life, okay? Come back. You're gonna go in handcuffs and go to jail.
Did they trespass you? But we're just trying to claim our prize.
You guys have no right or have no connection to the store. You're not.
Well, yeah, we do. They stole a bunch of, like, they have our prize, so there's a connection.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is classic Ben where he just repeats stuff over and over again, hoping that it'll get through them, but the cops are just gonna only also do the exact same thing, but just with what they want Ben to hear.
That is a civil issue.
No, it's criminal. I got the.
Are you gonna listen to me?
This officer's trying as hard as he can to cover up this crime, but I wasn't gonna let him. But eventually, he said, if I don't...
I mean, you're literally surrounded by cops, so...
as hard as he can to cover up this crime, but...
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4 cops encircling these two guys?
But eventually, he said, if I don't let him cover up this crime, I'm getting arrested.
And they're literally boxed in with cops. For some reason, like, I guess, like, stop them from running away, even though there's no reason for them to run away, because they haven't done anything, and they know they're not going to arrest them. And they feel like they're honestly trying their hardest not to arrest them, while also trying to intimidate them into stopping.
You really want to dive down this really deep? We're trying to get some outs. Okay, we're trying to work with you guys to give you some outs. We can start looking at you guys falsified a raffle. Whatever that raffle looks like.
Well, here's the thing: is it's not a falsified raffle. We have all the legal paperwork right here.
You don't have authority to give out a prize. We're just going to get to the point, and we're not going to have these conversations. We're just going to put you in handcuffs, take you. Are we all on the same page? No. Okay. Well,
yeah, I'm not gonna let the police just cover up this crime.
Like, I feel like it's crazy for him to be like, no, and them not to be like, okay, kill this man. And I'm joking, right? But it just feels like they're so annoyed that, like, it just feels like at any second they're just going to, like, turn him into Swiss cheese.
I'm gonna get this Lego set to the rightful winner.
First off, we do have the authority to do this raffle, so we are legally
done for the night.
No, it's actually required by you guys to investigate this. It's not civil; it's criminal.
Just so we're talking in circles, right? Yep. No. Do you understand at least what he told you on the?
Oh, they were talking in circles. That's the first time we got falsifying a raffle.
Just answer my question. Do you understand what Officer Douglas explained to you? Kind of what's going to happen? What's going to be the next steps?
I think.
Nope. Yes or no?
No, I'm not understanding.
You don't understand? What part don't you?
Yeah, I was pretty confused on what they were going to arrest me for. I mean, the Fourth Amendment in our Constitution specifically states that the police can't arrest you if they don't have a reason. I keep asking them for a reason, but they can't tell me anything that I'm doing that's illegal.
Well, I don't think we broke the law.
That's your opinion. That part doesn't matter. Here, it's pretty black and white.
Because right now, you guys said the law we broke is the falsifying the raffle.
No, listen to this. Let's just call it and we'll just go from here, all right, guys? Just please. Please.
So you guys are going to investigate.
We are trying to keep you guys out of handcuffs. We don't want to go that route. We actually... We seem like nice guys. We don't want that for you guys. But at a certain point, we can't keep doing this. All right, so we're good, guys. All right, guys.
We're good.
Yeah, and they just leave. Like, they don't want to go around in circles. Again, I'm surprised they just let him go, right? Instead of just, like, immediately just manhandling him and sending him to jail. Like, I don't know why they don't want to send him to jail. Like, I don't know.
Pretty clear. If you go on the property, you're going to get arrested.
When I came up with this plan, I was under the assumption that the police are supposed to follow the law, but I was wrong. In Kaiser, Oregon, the police don't follow the law, and because of this, another family got scammed by bricks and minifigs. I felt pretty bad, so I just paid this family what this Lego set was worth myself.
And that's the only reason why I was saying that it's not that bad, is because if he didn't do this and didn't put that part in the video, it just felt like, oh, you just used this family to try to get, for your own gain, right? You manipulated them, technically. I don't know if it actually is manipulation, but you used the child, right, for your advantage. It would not. It feels like really scummy to do that, right? And cruel. That's the word I was saying earlier. But he does give them $1,000. So, I mean, like, good for that family, I guess, to just get $1,000 out of nowhere. If he did in fact do that. Again, Ben, where are you getting this money? Like, I don't know if your YouTube is giving you that much money. I mean, this video is 3 million views. That's about $3,000. So he just spent a third of the money that he made to that family from the money he would have made from this video, assuming it's like 1-to-1 like that. Usually 1,000 views, I think. This is like old time. I don't know how it works now. Like, don't come at me. I don't understand any of this right now, right? But it used to be like, 1,000 views was around like $1 back in the day, right? So when I see 3 million, well, it's really $1, right? We're at 3,000. This is like 30,000. Never mind. So this is about $30,000. I was thinking like $100,000. Like if 100,000 is, but I was right. Like I was like thinking about like, no, that's right. Yeah, because 1,000 is $1. 10,000 is $10. 100,000 is 100, and then 1,000,000 is 1,000. Question mark. So yeah, this is, again, if we're going off that logic, this video only made him $3,000, but then we're not counting how many ads he has in the video long. So maybe it actually makes more than that. Like, I don't know if it's just like one singular ad on a video will give you 3,000, or if you like cake 10 million ads along the video, if it then equals so much more money. So he at least, in my opinion, made 3,000 from this video. Maybe, let's say at least 6,000, maybe 10,000. So maybe actually he's making like a chunk of change that he can just throw away $1,000 like that to a family.
Do we call the police officer? Like, what do you do when there's just corrupt police?
Should you go to the police department?
Like, don't you go to the FBI? Like, that's just what I would assume. Like, if the police won't do anything, you go to the FBI. You go one step further above them. No? Though, of course, I'm assuming he's not going to do that. There's a part 2, right? I've already said, so I don't know if that's something that could happen. Maybe it happens in this video. I'm being vague with my words because maybe it does happen, maybe it doesn't. When I was talking about the family being scammed, I was being vague there too. Like, maybe the family could be involved, maybe it couldn't be involved. So yeah, I don't know if FBI shows up in the future. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
Should we go to the police department?
So we went to the police department to tell them that some of their police are corrupt. And then we realized we're literally just telling the police that they are corrupt. Of course, we're not going to do anything about it. Yeah, they just sent us home. But this is when we realized that this raffle might have actually accomplished something pretty big for us. Josh ended up giving me a call.
You guys keep coming to the stores, you park out front, you do fake raffles. You're threatening my business, you moron.
Josh himself.
Yeah, like he's like getting annoyed with them now, and it might be breaking him down.
Pretty scared, and he should be. Eventually, I am going to end up solving all the police corruption that's going on. And once that happens, Josh is no longer going to be in civil trouble. He's going to be in criminal trouble.
It wasn't a fake raffle. It was a real lottery scheme, according to Oregon state law. And it actually is a Class B felony, up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
Yeah, the loophole he's been using this entire time, just hiding behind the fact that it's a civil case, isn't going to work for him much longer.
Well, let's not argue that. I don't want to. It's just better to just say, hey, you're not a thief. You know what I mean? Definitions of whether it's stolen or not, I don't think, Joey. You know, anyways, it's not stolen. Why do we care?
So it's so weird to be like, hey, why are you saying? It's weird to hear someone talking like this on the phone, on camera, but then you have to, like, everyone has to realize, like, wait a minute, no one here knows that they're on camera, so of course they're going to, like, say weird stuff, be goofing up like this, because they don't realize that every second that they spend interacting with these people is recorded, I would assume. Right, because they're using not fake cameras, they're using hidden cameras and whatnot. He doesn't know that he just has a camera in his car recording everything he says, ? So when you hear stuff like that, it's like, oh, this must be fake, right? Why is he talking like that? But like, he literally doesn't know that he's being recorded. So him goofing up and stuttering over himself and like almost trying to admit guilt is potentially real. And I don't think any of this stuff is fake, right? Because it has stuff that's going on. And I think Ben might even get in trouble. I don't know if he does or not. Like, legitimately, I don't know if he does or not. I'm just assuming. Because, I mean, look at all the nonsense he's doing. How couldn't he get in trouble? But yeah.
Who cares whether it's stripped or not?
But for some reason, Josh still decided not to give the Legos back. I think he might just need one more push. Here's the plan. Take a picture of every single sign that's outside the Bricks and Minifigs store. And now I'm going to redesign every single one to make them way better. For example, I changed Turn at the Light to Turn and Go Home. In Buy, Sell, Trade, I changed it to Steal, Sell, Trade. And I'm printing all of them out to scale. And nope, I didn't use ChatGPT this time. This time, I'm using a much better method, which is a tape measure.
This is 3 days later, and the camera just said 11:06.
The exact dimensions of their actual sign that they have up right now.
Now it's time to put our signs directly over top of their signs. But before we had time to do this, Josh gave me a call. He's still trying to convince me to sue him, so he gets charged with a civil crime, not a criminal crime, which could land him in jail.
If you think it's illegal, why don't you sue me? It's a civil matter. Tell Brian to put his money where his mouth is. Let's go to court.
Okay, you want to do double or nothing?
And like him just being an agitator, an instigator with his words all the time. They just really want to take this civil so they can burn them out. And would they give even more money though? Is that what they also want, right? Because what if the guy's name's Brian, right? If Brian loses because he runs out of money to keep fighting, then does that automatically mean that Minifigs gets to be reimbursed for the money they spent on fighting them, and then damages ? And that's what they want. They want to legally steal the Legos, right? Which is a free $200,000. Then also get bonus money on top of that. So they just want to steal even more money. So you got to think about it like that. Like they want this case to go through so they can bleed them dry and then get all that money back and extra and steal the Legos. This is just pure maximum greed, right? They're trying to min-max their greed.
If you're wrong, you pay us double. If I'm wrong, I pay.
And then they're calling him stupid. Like him and the CEO have called Ben stupid multiple times.
Are you dumb? You're obviously a kid. You don't know how.
Again, calling him a kid. He's actually, again, almost 30, if not 30, right? So I guess he was born in 95, so he should be 30 now that I think about it, right? Because he should turn 30 in 26. So he is, jokingly middle-aged, right? So I like to joke because, 30 times 2 is 60. That's a senior citizen, so 30 must mean you're middle-aged, right? Because most people aren't making it past 60 or 70, so I'm just telling the truth. Oof, right? So he's almost technically middle-aged, but people just see him as a child.
I think you're scared. Double or nothing. Let's do it. I think you're scared.
Assuming he gave his real birthday before and said it was 95.
I'm not scared.
Let's do double or nothing. If you lose, you pay us $400,000. You're scared. You're a chicken. I'm calling you out. You're scared. I'm calling you out.
Granted, his behavior right now is very childish.
You're too scared. You're scared. Put your money where your mouth is.
Are you just gonna be a pussy, or are you?
I'm putting my money where my mouth is. You put your money where your mouth is.
Okay, let me talk.
Okay.
When Brian first came in, we identified anything that was on that list that would have been his that Amanda didn't sell, and we set it aside. And it's still sitting there. We're happy to give you your stuff back. I just don't want any more damage to the store.
I guess Josh has finally realized that whatever he's going through right now will literally never end for him unless he gives the Legos back.
Or they get Ben arrested, ? Then same difference, right? Same thing.
It's only bringing me harm because you guys are doing wacky-do crap trying to attack us.
Well, it looks like we won, and Brian is finally getting his Legos back.
This definitely changes the trajectory of a lot of the things that we have.
Yeah, because they had all these schemes and nonsense going, but...
Really good ideas, yeah. Well, what do we do for the next couple hours if it's raining? Bowling! Let's go bowling.
We waited a few hours for Brian to get off work, and now he's off work.
Hey, Brian's off work.
So we showed him our entire conversation with Josh.
So what can we do now to work with you guys to get the sets back?
So this is what I was saying earlier. This scene with her in this restaurant showed up way early in the video, even though it didn't happen until way later in the video.
Okay, this is what I need done. I need a written apology from Brian. I need all the negative comments taken off. I need positive reviews on there to make up for the damage. And then I'll give them back.
So you're holding my sets hostage.
Oh, you thought we were getting the Legos back already? We're not even halfway through the video yet.
I like it when they do this silly stuff, right? He's pulled up his own video in the video for videoception. Like, this is the second time, right? What does it even say? I shut down the most evil company in the world. It still says that, even though that's not what the video is called. It's called, I tracked down the thief who stole $200,000 of Lego, right? I always find it funny, and, like, I don't know if it's cool, like, when they do stuff like this, right? Because it's like, what, 47? The timing isn't quite right? Because we're at 51:19, and it's 47 something, it looks like.
Yeah, so basically before Brian can get his Star Wars Lego collection back, he has to write Bricks and Minifigs an apology letter for making this Facebook post. Bricks and Minifigs really doesn't like this Facebook post being up, because in this Facebook post, Brian calls Bricks and Minifigs out for stealing his Lego Star Wars collection.
I'm not apologizing for shit.
Oh, he didn't read it. Let me read it. Bricks and Minifigs in Kaiser is owned by thieves and liars. Something. The cops won't do anything about it. I don't know. I don't think that's actually supposed to be censored. It's just, again, they screwed up their censoring on this video horrendously, and this has just been sitting up here for the whole video, right? It's moved over to there like a while ago. They literally stole an 83-year-old's Lego collection worth over $100,000 and was meant to help pay for his grandchildren's college. They have admitted to having stolen property in the store, but will not return it. Okay, so he did. I forgot that he says this in this post. Like, I'm guessing like he wanted to sell his collection for this, right? Grandchildren's college. So Brian's children's college fund. Let's read that again. They have admitted to having stolen property in the store, but will not return it. The owner, Brandon Best, his partner, and the manager, Amanda, are all in on it. Horrible people. So, and it says, help a fellow collector, Bricks and Minifigs Kaiser on your bumper.
Really doesn't like this Facebook post being up, because in this Facebook post, Brian calls Bricks and Minifigs out for stealing his Lego Star Wars collection.
Also, why is there so many B named people in this video? Ben himself, his copy, his doppelganger Ben, because he has a friend who's named Ben, Brian, who's the main victim here, and then Brandon, who's the CEO, question mark? Like, why is there so many B named people?
I'm not apologizing for shit.
I agree, but it's odd. Well, here's
It's kind of weird that they didn't end up releasing this, because Brian is going to say something that I don't know how they didn't understand.
like where we're at, right? If you could just write the letter, like we can get the Legos back.
I walked in there with the best of intentions. Here's proof of my collection in the store. I want it back. And they've done nothing but lie and make my life a living fucking hell over this. I've gone through 9 months of anxiety, stress, hospital-ridden, medication-taking types of burden. No, I am not apologizing to this fucking asshole.
It sounds kind of crazy that Brian would be saying this, but I see where he's coming from. I've gotten to personally see a tiny bit of how this company bullying his family has just torn his entire life apart.
I just want to say thanks, guys. I have to go. I got a gnarly panic attack right now.
But at the same time, if Brian just writes this apology letter to Bricks and Minifigs, he'll get all his Legos back.
I get it. You're asking me to swallow my pride and write this letter. I get it.
But then Brian told us a bigger reason we shouldn't write this apology letter.
Yeah, again, I don't know how any of them didn't see what Brian's about to say.
Because Brian told us that this apology letter is really a trap. Yeah, this is Josh trying to trick us into giving him a get-out-of-jail-free card. What I mean by this is, if Brian makes an apology letter to Bricks and Minifigs, then Bricks and Minifigs can now use this letter as written evidence in court that they're not the bad guys, Brian's the bad person. Brian told us that if we give them this get-out-of-jail-free card, then they have absolutely no reason to ever give the Legos back. I just want to say, if this is actually what Bricks and Minifigs' plan is, then that's insane.
And like all these people, just evil, except for the employee, right? I'm still on the employee side.
But I really wanted to find out if this is what their plan was.
Not Amanda, by the way. I'm talking about that dork.
So I decided to tell Josh that Brian is going to send him an apology video.
He makes the apology, then we can get the Legos back like today or tomorrow, you think, or?
Yeah.
Just in case Bricks and Minifigs has evil intentions with this apology video, I wanted to give him something that they couldn't use in court. So I went back to the beginning of the video and took a screenshot of Brian's face and put it into this website. I also uploaded this video of Sheldon.
Hi, I'm Brian Mansell.
And after just a little bit of deep faking, it now looks like this.
Hi, I'm Brian Mansell, and I apologize sincerely for accusing you guys of stealing my Legos. I was wrong, and you were right.
This is the ultimate test. Was Josh being sincere, or was this all just one big trick?
Yeah, did they not even know that this is AI? I'm assuming they didn't realize it wasn't AI. But that it was AI, I mean. They didn't figure out that was AI. I mean, I'm assuming after the fact, right? And they probably watched this video. And they're like, oh my god, they goofed on us so hard.
I want to give it back to it. That's the long and the short of it. Run me over, I'm good. We gotta win Amanda over, right?
Uh-huh.
So he's moving the goalposts, by the way, if you didn't catch that. He's like, you won me over, but now we got to win over Amanda. Right, the goalpost is going to keep moving and moving.
Okay. I guess Brian's still a little worried that you guys are just going to keep postponing it until,
No, you're gonna get him. You're gonna get him. I'm not gonna screw you. You have my word. That's not who I am.
Uh-huh.
I promise you, I swear to God. Go apologize to her. Say, sorry, man. Sorry. We did a fake raffle.
So before we can get the Legos back, Josh made up one new thing I have to do. I have to apologize to Amanda for my raffle being fake, even though I put in a lot of effort to make sure my raffle was actually real.
Again, moving the goalpost.
I don't know. It almost feels like another trap. The employee...
I love the bear trap that he added for these two little tricks here.
Brainwashed from before told us that the owners are coming up with schemes to try to get us arrested.
After you left, I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested?
Dang.
How do we get them arrested?
Maybe Josh is saying this to trick me into going back into the store so Amanda can call the police on me and have me arrested. But I had to find out for sure.
Do you give me permission to go into the store to apologize to her? To make peace?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like trying to get him to go to the store even though he's not allowed there. Unless, you know, like what you said, right? Getting permission means that you're allowed even if there is a trespass being applied to you.
How's it going? We came to make peace, and we talked to Josh. He told us to come back and make peace with you. Is that okay?
It turns out I was right. This was a trap. Bricks and Minifigs doesn't care about giving us the Legos back. They just want to get us arrested.
There was a gentleman who was trespassed off the property maybe 4 or 5 days ago, and he's literally standing right in front of the store, right here in the store in front of me.
We only have a very small amount of time before the police arrest us. So we decided to use this time to see if we could finally convince Amanda to make peace with us.
Well, I guess before they get here, we just wanted to talk to you, like civilly, if you would like to have a peace treaty with us.
Not in a harassing way, not in a very peaceful way.
Would that be okay with you?
But making peace with us did not seem like a priority for Amanda. Her priority was to get us arrested.
Is this like stressing her out heavily? Also, guys, it is like 3 years later. Hello, 2022. How long has it been? Like, what happened in between? What did they do? I'm just realizing, like, the last thing was like 2019, and now all of a sudden we're 2022. Hello. Where is this? Right. That was 2019 still. Whatever that was. That. So them going to the police station, talking to him. They're gonna do this goofy stuff. They talk to him, and he's like, blah blah blah. We just need an apology. So what happens? What do they do in these 3 years? I mean, it's not quite 3 years, right? But like, what happened here? I mean, COVID, right? So I'm surprised after like 3 years later, you know, after COVID, she's like sees him as like, gotta call the cops immediately. Even you assume she would have forgotten about this guy after all that time has passed.
It's just a regular peace treaty, a one-page document.
And they're just being goofy, right? The stupid scroll with peace treaty written on it.
If you need to go over it, like, you know, you can take your time.
They have, like, the people they're trying to get me to sign, it literally just says peace treaty. I don't know who this other guy is. He's apparently the guy.
He's the treaty guy.
Or the treaty guy.
He has some kind of, like, treaty on a scroll.
Well, do we stick around for the cops, or do we...
And so we waited for the police to show up. And they never showed up. But I guess it makes sense. I mean, the last time the police showed up, I was fully prepared with the Oregon law book. The Oregon law scared the police so much that they had to run away. I think they're scared to come back.
Hey, where the heck are these cops? Hi, Josh.
Ben, how's it going?
It's good. So we walked in, we were like, hey, we're sorry. We have permission to come back here and like apologize. And she's like, I'm calling the cops. And she like starts.
Josh now realizes that his last-ditch plan to get me arrested, well, that plan didn't work.
Yeah, because the cops never showed up. So I think he's probably like played off like he didn't. Try to settle it up, right, to get them arrested.
I'm sorry Amanda did that. Thank you for doing that.
It looks like Josh has no other choice than to give Brian his family's Legos back.
You apologize, and it's up to them to accept it. So let's cross Amanda off that checklist. Let's get this done.
And now that our work here is done, we decided to head back to Los Angeles. It's too late to pick up the Legos today, but tomorrow, they're finally going to give this family their Legos back. And now it's tomorrow. But the store has Brian's phone number blocked, so he can't call them. So instead, I called the store to see how Brian could pick up his Lego sets.
We have like this weird spaghetti eating montage.
You guys are still down to get the Legos back today.
I think. I just want to make sure everything's properly.
The guy I'm on the phone with was trying.
Then just stuttering again. People don't like these people don't know they're on camera, so if it sounds like goofy and like not how people would be talking, or not necessarily would not be talking on camera, or like giving away guilt on the camera. Again, I'm assuming they don't know that they're on camera, right? Why would they?
As hard as he could to stall. It turns out that this is actually the same guy in the security camera footage that kicked the old owner out of the store. Google says his name is Brandon Best, and apparently he's co-owners of this franchise along with Joshua Johnson. But
That's way too many people. That's Brandon, and you have Josh, and then you have the CEO guy, then you have Amanda.
for some mystery reason, they weren't able to give the Legos back today.
They said they'd give me an update on Monday type thing.
Now it's Monday.
Today is Monday.
Again, like we have this montage, not to like be spoilers. It's a montage of him like making food for some reason, eating spaghetti like 10,000 times, being naked for I don't know why he's gonna be naked at one point.
Hey, I was just calling to see if you guys are still down to get the Legos back today.
He said.
Again, goalpost moved again. Getting his shirts off. Again, goalpost move. It's a week later. Again, unnecessarily, no reason for him to be naked like that.
Thanks for your patience. Sorry, it's kind of crazy.
Hey. He said I probably won't be able to talk tonight. What the heck? Why do they keep postponing this?
Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
What the heck? Yesterday he said he would call me today.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail. Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Okay, just moving the goalposts for a month? Question mark. Also, stop eating some spaghetti constantly.
It's been over a month now.
Yeah, so like, moving the goalposts for a month, and then just like ignoring them.
And yeah, I've gotten no answer.
And finally, after a really long amount of time, they finally answered my call.
I'm not going to distribute those things at this point. We've kept them on hold for this long, so.
I've just been told that Bricks and Minifigs,
Whatever that means. Like, oh yeah, we've been stalling for so long, we're just gonna keep them. Like, what?
is no longer going to give Brian his Legos back like they promised. And at this moment, I finally realized what I did wrong. Josh said we could get the Legos back once we make peace with Amanda, but we never actually really made peace with her.
And I'm not signing nothing from anybody.
Now it all makes sense. Unless we can somehow find a way to make peace with Amanda, we are never getting these Legos back. So I printed out a more official looking peace treaty and traveled from Los Angeles all the way back to Bricks and Minifigs in Oregon.
Well, I made it to Oregon. Hopefully I can get Amanda to sign the peace treaty this time and we can finally get the Legos back.
The last time this was 2022, so how much time has passed now?
Hello? What?
You're not allowed here.
Oh, Josh told me to come back. I think we didn't get the Legos back because you didn't sign the peace treaty.
It's weird to see, like, is that a home phone? I didn't really think about it earlier that when she was on that other phone talking, but actually a landline phone. How many people still have landlines? I assume maybe like a lot, but we don't. I don't.
You want to call Josh?
No, I'm calling the police.
Bricks and Minifigs is still doing the same thing they've always done. They're still trying to get me arrested just to avoid giving the Legos back. The problem with their plan, though, is Bricks and Minifigs is never going to be able to arrest me because I have a get out of jail free card.
Oh yeah, this. Like, I almost forgot about this. This is like, again, like, what is this guy? Who is this guy? Ben. What you're about to see is so just you would not have seen in 1,000 years. Like, what do you mean, get out of jail free card?
I've actually had this card the entire video. I just haven't used it yet. Let's rewind all the way to the beginning so I can show you what I mean.
So basically my friend said that you guys have some of his Legos, I think?
Nope, it was even before this, right here. I made a contract with Amanda that says I, Ben Schneider, should not be trespassed, and all of these legal words, for any circumstance whatsoever, and for literally any reason. They can.
It's like crazy how he had already came up with this, before even doing anything we've seen in the video yet.
Not trespass me. And it's effective for the next 10 years. But this only really works as a get out of jail free card if I can get Amanda to sign it. But how the heck am I going to do that?
Hi, sorry, I got a delivery. Can I get a signature?
For some reason, Amanda just started signing our contract without even reading it.
Thank you so much.
In America, we have a duty-free contracts law, which states that you have to read a contract before you sign it.
Yeah, again, it's like weird that you can just get around this, right? But did he tell them that was a contract? Because you're just having her sign something randomly, right? And saying it's a package, right? So I don't know if this applies. If it does, that's really screwed up. That's how the law works, but I don't know. And it's crazy that this actually is a legal move that they made, question mark.
And if you forget to read it or you just choose not to read it, it's your fault and you still have to do everything the contract says. So even though Amanda didn't read it, she signed it, so she has to follow everything, including a clause that says for every police officer she calls on me, she owes me $5,000 in liquidated damages. So let's fast forward and see how much Amanda owes me. We got $5,000, keep going, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, $35,000, $40,000. Okay, I think that's all the times Amanda called the police on me, but if I'm gonna be honest, even though Amanda has been helping cover up this giant theft, I still kind of feel bad for her that she owes us $40,000. I mean, that's a lot of money. So I'm gonna stop continuing to trick her, and I'm finally gonna complain about the contract. Once Amanda sees the agreement she's in, she'll finally realize it's not worth it to continue racking up this $5,000 debt, and instead, a much easier option would be we team up together to convince corporate to give Brian his Legos back.
You really think she's gonna do that though?
I'm calling the police because you've already been trespassed off the premises.
Well, you don't want to owe $5,000 more, do you?
I don't owe anything, and I'm asking you for like the millionth time you need to leave.
You did say that I'm allowed to be here. You signed a document. You did it?
I never once said you were allowed to be here.
Well, then whose signature is this then?
That is not my signature.
It's not?
The slight smirk because she sees it and it's like that's her handwriting perfectly, and then she's like, "What is going on?"
Why do you have anything to do with signatures here?
Because you signed this, right?
No, I did not.
Is that not your signature?
So, no, it's not. And I'd like to know how you guys got a signature that's even close to mine.
Well, it says every time you call the cops, you owe us $5,000 for like punitive damages, but
so, really?
Well, I'm just following the contract that you signed.
Okay. Now that Amanda knows she can't call the cops on me just for being here anymore.
It's weird that she would believe it, but maybe like all these people understand like this guy does know how to do all this stuff. Also, we're still 2022, by the way. Like this guy knows how to do all this nonsense that technically keeps him in the gray area legally. So she might have to take him at face value and be like, okay, I can't just do anything reckless now. I have to, no pun intended, I have to not call the cops and whatnot. By the way, I'm just seeing these now. It has nothing to do with the video or story, but I feel like we have one of these. We have one of these. What the heck?
I decided to call Josh to update him on how making peace with Amanda is going.
Hey, I just went back to try to apologize to Amanda, and...
But what Josh said next, I was not ready for.
Dude, when we took over that store, there was nothing in that store. The shelves were empty. I don't know why you guys are thinking we're the bad guys.
Josh's story has now completely changed. Now he's saying even if I'm able to make peace with Amanda, they still won't be able to give me the Legos back because they never even had the Legos to begin with. Well, if Josh is telling the truth, then why did Josh say this to us last time?
We're happy to give you your stuff back.
I mean, what stuff of ours would he be giving back if none of our stuff was even ever in his store? You're like, what about this?
I'm happy to go open that stupid cupboard and you can have all the sets in there. I want to give it back to him. I'm happy to give you the inventory. Give the inventory to Brian. I'll give it back. I'm not gonna screw you.
The problem with this, in hindsight, is that you've already shown once in this video, twice in this video, using AI, right? Use AI twice. Use ChatGPT, which might be relevant, but then you used a deep fake to fake an apology to try to see if they're going to trap you or not. So in court, they could theoretically be like, hey, I'm going to use this as a defense. I didn't say any of that stuff. That's all fake. That's all AI generated nonsense. I didn't say any of that stuff. That was made up by them, right? So I feel like they should have never used AI, because in modern age, I feel like, are we just going to get to a point where you can just cry AI and get away with anything and just say like any sort of evidence that's not in your favor is just AI generated? Question mark.
You have my word. That's not who I am. I promise you. I swear to God.
Wouldn't he just say, I didn't say that. You made that with AI.
I mean, Josh is on video swearing to God and on everything he'll give us the Legos back. But now, for some reason, he never even had the Legos. This makes no sense.
Dude, the shelves were empty.
So I decided to remind him of all of these examples where he claims they do have Brian's Legos in the store still. And this was his response.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
Give a damn of your opinion. It's wrong. And if you want to test your opinion, let's go to court. Who enforces the law?
Again, back to court.
The court. So
Exactly.
So you're saying that. So you're saying. So basically, what you're saying is I'm wrong, but you can sue me for it. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the long and the short of it.
So you know you're wrong. So you know that you stole the Legos then.
Let's go to court then.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, is that what you want?
Yeah.
You really want that?
I mean, I don't. I would like to just get the Legos back, but if that's what you want, I mean, it seems like this is what you want. I'm giving you every out that I can, but.
Let's just not go
Dang.
Don't go down the route. It doesn't really matter because.
I just want to get the Legos back. They're Brian's Legos. Give them back. It's pretty easy.
So it's been like 3 years, right? So I don't know how sparse these quote-unquote harassments have been, though, because I feel like there was a huge stint there that they weren't messing with them, right?
It's kind of funny that this entire video, Josh has just been begging me to sue him.
Tell me. Let's go to court.
But the second I agree to it, his attitude completely changes. It's almost like Josh doesn't want me to sue him, and the only reason he's saying that is because he knows that by saying it, he can get away with his crimes. But now that Josh thinks that there's a chance I might actually sue him, he's getting scared. In fact, he said if I do sue him, he's gonna tell the world that I'm the one that stole the Legos.
Hey, you can f*** yourself.
Dang.
You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're a fucking thief.
Dang.
Okay?
Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
I don't know why he's saying all this stuff, right? Because I feel like at this point he should know that he's being recorded, unless Ben just said that he said that stuff, and that's why he's like saying "screw you, I didn't say any of that stuff."
So basically, these are my two options. I can do what Josh wants me to do and shut up, which I can say right now I'm definitely not doing that.
Also, wait for the M. Night Shyamalan twist.
So what's the alternative? I can, I guess, raise hundreds of thousands of dollars somehow, and then maybe spend 3 to 4 years in court fighting them, and somehow if I win, then we can finally get the family their Legos back.
Though I don't believe for a second that he doesn't already have that kind of money, if not millions.
Yeah, both of these options suck. Or maybe I can somehow find a way to engineer a third option, which I call option number 3, small claims court. Think about it, small claims court is basically just like big boy court, except it costs basically nothing, and you get a judgment pretty much instantly. So I gathered my friends around a campfire to tell them about option number 3.
One of the thoughts you had was taking the small claims court, right?
No, because it's way too much money to take to the small claims court.
You can't take someone to small claims court, man, for $200,000.
Yeah, it's $12,000 at the most, right? $12,500.
Everyone hated option number 3, and I guess it makes sense. We ended up looking it up, and you can actually only sue for $10,000 at the most. So if we go with option number 3, Brian actually could win $10,000 pretty easily, but then this is what would happen to his $190,000. But I'm not giving up. We just need to get creative.
Theoretically, if you wanted to, could you take him to small claims court?
If you wanted to limit it.
I don't know who he's talking to, right? Is that his wife, or is that like a lawyer with Brian?
But you would at least get $10,000 out of that, though, right?
We could, but it would be giving up $100,000 more, you know?
So here's the pitch.
Here we go.
What if we have 10 people sue 10 different times for $10,000 and we get $100,000?
No.
Well, why not?
The reason that this will never work is because of a legal term called claim splitting.
Yeah, so it turns out my idea is called claim splitting, which is when a civil plaintiff splits one lawsuit into 2 or more lawsuits, and that is illegal.
Yes, if 10 different people sue and win money for one crime, then that is illegal. But we have already established that if one person sues for this crime, it is a very easy win. So what if this exact scenario just so happens to happen 10 different times? Think about it. If 10 different people get their Legos stolen by Bricks and Minifigs, all 10 people can individually sue, and it turns out that that is actually not considered claim splitting. So basically, if I can find 10 different victims of Bricks and Minifigs, my plan will work. And maybe I don't have to find 10 victims. Maybe I can create them. Starting with myself. First,
Yeah, are you allowed to do that, though? To create victims like that? Which you'll see in a second.
sign up for a credit card, and then use that credit card to walk into the bank and take out a $10,000 loan.
And how much money do you have to be able to do this? Also, This is 2019, by the way. Just keep that in mind, that says 2019 down there.
I then used this $10,000 to buy a few Lego sets from Brian, specifically these Lego sets, and according to the legal paperwork, they're still Brian's to sell to me. But just in case Bricks and Minifigs tries to argue that for some reason this wasn't a legal sale, I hired a public notary to officially approve the purchase.
It's official, we have a public notary approving it. Notary public. We have a notary public approving it. I own these Lego sets now, right?
Once I stamp it, it's all yours.
Here we go.
Pleasure. Congratulations.
It looks like I legally now have $10,000 worth of inventory inside this Bricks and Minifigs store. So I wrote a very stern demand letter to Bricks and Minifigs demanding that they give me all of my $10,000 of Legos back. And they never got back to me.
Of course they wouldn't.
So I'm going to sue them in small claims court, completely separate of Brian. Now that there's 2 crimes committed against 2 completely separate victims, this is not considered claim splitting. So this is when I thought, if the plan works this well for me, it should also work this well for all my friends. So I signed up for a ton of more credit cards, took out a bunch of more money, and each of my friends bought $10,000 worth of Brian's Lego sets.
Again, like, what is your credit? What, like, who are you, Ben, that you can just take out $100,000 out of like thin air? Like, how did they not stop you from doing this? It doesn't make any sense. How were you able to just manifest $100,000 through credit cards, through 10 different credit cards? Question mark, to get this much kind of money, and not have them be suspicious and be like, no, you can't do this.
$10,000 for you. Here you go.
Thank you. You felt the need to bow.
This is when we realized there's actually a big problem with our plan because we're now all $10,000 in debt, and if we don't pay the banks back soon, the interest is gonna destroy us.
Dude, what's the problem?
We're $10,000 in debt.
Well, how do we solve this, dude? What do we do? We just ask our friends if they have like money to like loan us.
Tommy, I'm in a lot of debt, and I just wanted to know if you have $10,000.
I mean, this part's just nonsense, just going around to different people asking for money, right? This part's whatever.
But this is when we remembered that our friend Brian just made about $100,000 from all the Lego sets he just sold us. I bet he has extra money he could lend us. So we gave Brian a call.
So we're in a really weird pickle right now. I just need $10,000. That's all. I'll give it back.
This is weird.
I know. It's crazy, but like.
I can see about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, sure.
Brian legally gave each of us a $10,000 loan, which allows us to now pay back the banks to avoid interest. And it says in the paperwork that once we win these court cases against Bricks and Minifigs, we'll pay Brian back.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they did all this at the same time, right? They're just doing this phone call nonsense for the sake of the video, right? Like, there's no reason for this other than that.
We promise once we win this lawsuit, we'll pay you back.
Yeah, we'll pay you right back.
And if you're thinking, wait, how is all of this legal? There has to be some type of catch. And you're right, there is. It's called sales tax. But luckily for us in Oregon, there is no sales tax.
I feel like everyone just needs to move to one of these 5 places, because, oof, that sounds lovely.
The only states that doesn't have it. This means that we can just keep selling Lego sets back and forth to each other over and over for free.
Well, I think everyone's in. Should we start? You're gonna go to the top and start a filing.
But I haven't even told you guys the best part yet. The best part is that all of this is another flashback. Yeah, all of this happened a month ago. So now let's fast forward all the way back to present day where I'm
You said a month ago, but when he took out those loans, that was 2019. Like, the camera said 2019.
still talking to Josh on the phone.
Like, I shouldn't have pointed out the fact that the camera said 2019, since the like M. Night Shyamalan twist of him setting all this stuff up and then it actually being in the past, I was like, was part of the twist. So me saying it was 2019, I shouldn't have pointed out, like I was saying, but isn't it 2022 right now where he's talking right here? So that's not a month ago. That was years ago at this point. So I don't know what's going on with all that. Like, maybe he didn't set up the paperwork. Like, he did all that weird transactions in 2019, but then didn't get the paperwork to sue until right now, like a month before this phone call.
And yeah, Josh has no clue that we've been preparing all of these court cases against him for the last month. He's about to be in for the surprise of his life.
You have, like, I guess until the store closes, I guess, to get the Legos back, if that's the way you want to go. But if not, I guess we'll serve the papers today and then go to court.
How are you going to serve the papers today?
Well, figure it out.
That's not how it works. Are you young? That's not how the world works.
And just saying, are you young? I guess 'cause he's never seen him, right? So he's like calling him dumb, stupid, calling him young, child, etc.
That's not how the world works. Well, we're going to do it. We're going to make the world work that way today.
Well, Bricks and Minifigs knows the deal. Give the Legos back before the store closes, or they get served court papers. And now we wait. And then waiting got kind of boring, so I'm going to spend the rest of the day promoting my We Steal From Old People company. Go to www.westealfromoldpeople.com for some awesome merch. And if Bricks and Minifigs calls the police on me for doing this, then they owe me $5,000 more. I've been advertising my company for a pretty long time now.
Again, 2019. I think this is just B-roll because the times aren't matching, right? This is 2 days in like not 2 days. It was 2 days before a lot of things that ended up happening in 2019, right? So I don't know what the timeline is here because this is heavily in the past. This is even before he went to go get the money. So I think he's just using B-roll randomly from any sort of timeline, not caring if it actually matches the time it's supposed to be talking about.
And I've gotten no reaction from Bricks and Minifigs. So I'm sending in a secret undercover agent to see how...
See, now we're up to the right time, right? Because there's 2022 now.
They're handling the situation from the inside.
Oh no!
Well, they closed early on us. I think they were afraid of my lawsuit. So we decided to go bowling again. Oh, no way, no way, no way. Shut up. Oh my God!
It's the next day now, and you know what that means? It's go time.
It's go time.
The funniest part about yesterday was when I was talking to Josh on the phone, he totally thinks that I just made all of this up in the moment, when the actual reality is we've been planning this court case for months. But I'm not complaining, because if Josh thinks it's fake, then he probably won't show up to court, and if Josh doesn't show up to court, we just win by default.
Yeah, it's weird that that's the case, right? If you sue someone and they don't show up, you just win automatically. Question mark. Again, it's called by winning by default. Scheming to try to win by default is, I don't know if that's legal though.
So before I serve him any court papers, I'm actually first going to confirm Josh's beliefs and do something super duper fake. Like give him a world record for the most amount of Legos ever stolen.
Not everyone can say that they're the best in the world. It's something. Exactly. We ready? Hi.
Hello.
I am Ryan with the Guinness World Record Association, and I think you're
Is he actually?
expecting this actually. This is an award for most Legos stolen by any company in the world.
This is 2019 again. So the timelines aren't matching up. I'm like, hold on, Ben, is any of this stuff actually real now? Because you sent him this Guinness World Record thing in 2019, and yet this was years before. Again, it says 11:02. How? Okay, they're just the timestamp down here isn't real, right? Because it's also the second again. It's November 2nd again. Like, hello?
Stolen by a single franchise.
Is that what it says?
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely not hanging that up.
You don't know anything about
I
this.
have no idea of anything about that.
See, this almost makes it seem like this happened before Ben even showed up and started any of this. Like, this was way before then.
Okay. I guess call
I am
the.
a manager.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
You weren't expecting it?
I was not expecting.
Success. Anything that gets delivered to the store now, Bricks and Minifigs will probably also think it's fake, which is...
Except the timestamp in the bottom doesn't make any sense, so I don't know what the actual timeline for this is. She seems so, like, happy about it, and it seems like it's so stupid, right? So it seems like this was before Ben even showed up. So now I'm questioning the validity of this video. Even though I think this is going viral and the news is talking about this, so I don't think it's fake, but I swear this was set up before Ben showed up, before Ben did any of this to them, is what this feels like. Because why is she so happy and like thinks it's so silly, right? She would have been like, get out of here, you're trespassing.
anything that gets delivered to the store now, Bricks and Minifigs will probably also think it's fake, which is now perfect timing to serve all of these real court papers. But to do this, I need a lot of people. So I started recruiting some people with a game of hacky sack.
Here's your legal paperwork.
You have been served.
The first lawsuit has officially been served. Good luck, guys.
Here's my resume.
It's also 2022. Good for you. You're still working here. I mean, not good for you, right? But at least still got a job over here. I don't know what her name is, right? Dork. I'm just calling her Dork again with all love and respect.
Everything was going exactly to plan. Well, until this happened.
Hurry! No, can we just talk real quick?
I think Josh told this employee to close down the store early to avoid any more lawsuits coming in.
Yeah, she closed. As soon as she saw us pull up, she started closing up.
So for the rest of the day, I'm going to continue to advertise my We Steal From Old People company at www.westealfromoldpeople.com. I'm not getting many sales yet, but hopefully if I keep up all this
Again, this ad here clearly looks like AI generated, especially this. So it's like if you're selling this, you're selling AI. That's not cool, Ben. ? And also you're adding more fuel to the fire of. Also, is this 2024? Is that what this says up to 2024? You're adding fuel to the fire of them being able to use AI as a defense of anything that you have that incriminates them. They could say, oh, you AI generated. Look at all this other nonsense you AI generated in your video. This picture that we're looking at right now, the image on your shirt, the deep fake that you used for Brian, you asking ChatGPT, the length of the sign, etc., etc.
advertising, people will eventually start believing in my company.
It's freaking out over this PC law.
Yeah, we had to close early today, so
Are
basically,
you guys gonna be open tomorrow though?
I don't know. So there's been some guy like harassing us because well, a lot of the Legos that we sell here are actually stolen Legos. Like we just steal the Legos.
Yeah.
Anyways, we ended up getting the rest of the court papers served, and now I'm just gonna fast forward a few months, and Bricks and Minifigs hasn't responded to a single court case we submitted against them. So I called the court to see what the next steps were.
Okay, so I don't see that there's been a response from anybody in the case. Since they didn't respond, you can move forward with a motion for default judgment.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much. Yes, since Bricks and Minifigs didn't respond, looks like we win by default. Congratulations, you won the court case.
Wait, what? They really thought it was fake.
Yeah.
We did it!
Hey, that's fucking crazy, dude. No way.
Yes!
Yeah. Oh, I think now it's time.
And some of these awkward pauses between these awkward people is killing me sometimes. It's been a lot of awkward conversations, pauses, and whatnot between all of them.
Time to go all the way back to Bricks and Minifigs and collect our money. And I got a cute little piggy bank here.
This part's unnecessary. I don't know what his obsession is. What you'll figure out what I mean in a second is like, I don't know why he has to act like this.
Put the money in. And so I traveled all the way back to Oregon to finally collect my money. It truly is a beautiful ending. This entire video, Bricks and Minifigs has been begging me to sue them. When I finally followed their instructions, they were too scared to show up.
And this is what I'm talking about. Right, like we get it, you work out, but like, do you have to walk in public, basically naked in public? I shouldn't even like have that on the screen for too long.
For their actions.
I do like. I was gonna speed it up just so that he's not on the screen because I feel like I'm gonna get like in trouble by YouTube. Like I'm gonna have to censor that or like cut it out of the video. So if this part's missing, it's because he refuses to keep his shirt on, right? The part where he was in the shower, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that means I cut it out. This part where he's walking around in underwear in public, which feels like indecent exposure, like he's trying to get arrested.
You were wrong. Would you then admit you're sorry for everything?
Yeah, sure, of course, yeah. I give him the inventory, and the judge says I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him. I'm not gonna go against the judge's orders.
So speed up through this part of him being naked. Shaky cam.
I couldn't believe it. Literally one day after we filed a motion for default judgment, they permanently closed down the store.
What's this permanent? Does it say temporary?
It did feel kind of cool that our plan worked so well, it completely shut them down. But pretty quickly it sunk in that we are not the winners here. the only winners today is Bricks and Minifigs.
Yeah, like an answer for everything. Just keeps coming out. The Legos are still in there though, so I feel like at what point do you just break into the store and just steal the Legos?
Yeah.
Like, do they have actually stuff on the shelves, or is it just like the pits of random Legos? Like, it's hard to tell. It seems like there is some boxes there, but like these are like kind of sparse. I can't tell what if things on the shelf. That stuff in the back, if that is the back, is completely empty.
Now, there's absolutely no way to hold this store liable for what they did. I guess Bricks and Minifigs was kind of embarrassed by this decision and forgot to mark online that their store is closed. So over the next few days, a bunch of negative reviews started coming in of people expecting an open store, but then being met with this.
Yeah, temporarily close. Does they blame corporate or something corporate? I can't tell. It just looks like ban corporate or ban corporate.
Bricks and Minifigs didn't even notify any of the kids' parents who booked birthday parties here. So when all the kids would show up, they would just have to sit in an empty parking lot for their birthday. If Bricks and Minifigs is too scared to show the world that they're closed, then the only way to let the world know is for me to give them an official closing ceremony. I guess someone
I do think this is the craziest part right now. It's getting this sign on top of their place.
driving by happened to take a picture of the sign we put up and posted it on social media. And pretty much immediately, we started going absolutely viral. The entire world has now seen this crime that Bricks and Minifigs has committed. And because of this, they finally marked on Google that their store is permanently closed.
I've been reading about this Bricks and Minifigs in Salem, Oregon, that's got this sign out in front of it.
It's been over a week. The sign is still up, and people have been
Yeah, we can like read it. Like, permanently closed. We stole a family's life savings. They sued. We lost. By closing the store, we get out of, giving the family the money or whatever, right?
just to come and take a picture with this sign.
If you drive through Kaiser, you may have noticed a mysterious sign appear recently outside the closed mini Bricks and Fig store. Permanently closed.
Having to pay the family what we owe them. That's what it's saying.
We stole a family's life savings. They sued. We lost. By closing the store, we got out of having to pay the family what we owe them.
He just closed down his entire place of business to not pay you $100,000. I don't know, like, we didn't get the Legos back, but I mean, we shut down an entire business. Like, that's almost...
We still gotta get the Legos back. Which is why, even though Bricks and Minifigs closed down this store, I am not stopping until we get this entire Star Wars collection back to its rightful owner. I don't know, it's just, this video's going on for so long now.
Yeah, I mean, it's an hour and 25. We've been here for over 2 hours. There's still like a minute left, obviously, so that's why I was saying there's a part 2. There's also some other follow-up stuff on the channel of like, I got Bricks and Minifigs leaked emails. He's saying they actually watched this video and they have like a response to this video that he made, like Bricks and Minifigs or whoever in charge of that like saw this video and then gave him a reply or response or talk to him about it or whatever. And then there's also the newest video which came out today, which was like my response to the police. I don't know what that's about. So he has a lot of videos still surrounding this. I don't know if I should look at the police one, the Bricks and Minifigs leaked emails, the response to this video itself. Like if I should watch all that stuff, or if I should just go to part 2 and then like I can just watch the other 3 videos off camera because not necessarily something you would want to react to. I don't know.
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't believe me if I told you that this is still literally just the beginning of this Lego story. And if you want to watch part 2...
Yeah, just the beginning. So like when's part 3, right? Since this has been going on for 6-7 years.
It's live right now on my Patreon at Reckless Ben, and part 2 gets insane. Everybody just chill.
I like how the Lego video became the craziest video.
Also, by subscribing to Patreon is the movie I've been making for the last year.
Dude, there's a cop car every 50 feet just surrounding us, dude. We were completely surrounded.
It was supposed to be for streaming services, but they all said it was too gnarly for TV, so...
Whatever that means.
But also by subscribing, you'll get lots of behind the scenes, full interviews, and way more. Also, if you happen to work at Bricks and Minifigs and you want to see corporate do the right thing, send me an email here and I could really use your help. Lastly, if anyone knows any Utah lawyers, I definitely need a lawyer because I am in some serious legal trouble right now.
Like Utah? Like why Utah? Like you don't live in Utah and this takes place in Oregon. So what did you do in Utah that would have caused you to be in legal trouble?
And lastly, just know that I will not stop this mission until we get every single Lego back to its rightful.
I was going to say rightful owner. It's going to cut to. There's only 1 second left. But yeah, that was that. Again, crazy video. I'm telling you. Like, we're at the end of the video. If you didn't think that was crazy, then I don't know what to tell you. Question mark. Again, I will probably try to watch part 2 tomorrow. If I can get around to doing it, unless Stephanie decides to upload a video. But otherwise, it'll probably be part 2 of this tomorrow. But yeah, after all that, I don't know how he isn't just in jail, right? I mean, it is 2026, so who knows how much time has passed since the end of this video, and then going into part 2, and then whenever the part 2 ends. But yeah, like, I don't know how he isn't in jail or how they never arrested him. I mean, we'll see that he might probably get arrested in part 2, because who knows what he's doing. He might be breaking in someone's house, I don't know. But like, isn't some of this stuff illegal? Like, again, I feel like a lot of this is a gray area / illegal to try and get back at someone who is doing something also illegal. I don't know. Again, crazy video. Part 2 will be maybe tomorrow, and it will be a raw reaction. I have not watched it. I'm not going to watch it until I do it on here. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I mean, anything I had to say would have been said during all this. I have a headache now. So we're just going to go ahead and end. So yeah, cuties, thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers and think about becoming a member. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, so we can watch them and subscribers. And don't forget, we have a throne now as well. And shout out to the members: EmmyStarr, RaleyDrew, and alexgkiller 880. Yeah, cuties, thanks for watching. Tune into the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment. End of the video. See ya.